it's the Naruto's other kid.
Abatu.
Abatu.
Come here, Abatu.
No, that's Andros' brother, Abotu.
I can see it. So where we left off, Andros was fueled with rage as he talked to his newly found mother after the suicide of his father.
It was real tough.
Ran out and proclaimed to his mom that he was going to go find his brothers and the pirates who took them. And that is where we left off. So, Andros.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hunkered down near my pop's body, hanging out with my mom, all emotional and shit.
As you would be.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit there for a while.
The rest of the crew that is there. What are you doing? Dougal O'Riordan, I have no idea where you ran off to. So what is happening in the world of Ori right now? Ori
got very sick of the situation. He didn't quote unquote sign up for this shit, and he left. However, I became intimately acquainted with all the people back on the ship while I was away.
Well, but
then obviously there were some issues with people back on the ship, though.
Yes, you were able to hide from the group of Starfinder Society associates that boarded the plane, and you watched as they began to handcuff everyone on the ship and begin to file off a line. Where shortly after, you heard. Well, I say shortly, but relatively. About 8 hours later, you hear Andros talking real loud as he walked onto the ship, and ended up having.
I want to I'd like jump down towards him, like all like Die Hard. Like I'll just have like an A-frame shirt or an A shirt on. I just come down like, "Merry Christmas, motherfucker!" Like he's one of the Starfinder people.
And you did end up hearing them having a conversation about the whole situation that occurred with the whole exploding of the ship, taking over the Romero, and the whole thing that took over with that situation. Before a training montage occurred of everyone fist fighting, and began towards the end of the montage. You saw Andros and the rest of the crew take off as you, Stone, and Patcher were all still hanging out on the ship. This is when shortly after Andros found out that his father, was dead. So you are currently on the ship, just hanging out. As this whole thing is spending time with his family and trying to understand what is his next steps. Actually, the only people who are there are currently not with us playing. Gus and Valitaire both recognize, you need your space and your time, so they slowly begin to head back towards the ship. Insert Gus making an awkward conversation about this is why he's glad he doesn't have a family.
Classic Gus. So I am on the ship.
That's correct. Yes.
These other two homies are making their way towards the ship, and Andros is still back with his ex-dad and new
Ex-dad.
As I said, that's what happens when you die. It's just you hear the X.
Yeah.
That's a steamy situation, but yeah, he's they're heading their way back towards the ship as they, as Andros is reminiscing and sitting with his parents.
Did I discover anything about our ship in my time that I spent here, climbing through the air conditioning vents and whatnot, avoiding the Starfinder Society?
Roll a intelligence check.
Oh shit! Let me bring up this character sheet here real quick. Just in case. On the die, that is a 17. Is that good enough, or do you need?
No, that is perfectly fine.
Okay.
You found surprisingly a couple of crawl spaces. I mean, the ship is pretty big, but you actually find a couple of crawl spaces where you can fit relatively comfortably throughout. So you have a couple of hiding holes on the ship where if you need to, hide somewhere, you know where to.
Okay.
Did you use the computers at all to try to track their movement or anything as you were going through the ship, or?
Oh hell yeah! I've got that little. I've got Leela's little arm thingy, basically.
Yeah,
I hear the thing has Tetris.
it does.
I took it off.
Ooh, had Tetris.
It's got Space Invaders now.
Exactly. You do, however, as you are going through the files and to make sure you get access to the cameras, you do see a locked folder that has the old captain's name on it.
Ooh. What was the old captain's name? Is that Andros' ex-teacher?
Yeah.
People dead doesn't mean they get the
The X.
That's his character
This is a
flaw. Let
perfect
them
thing.
have it.
I actually don't have that information on me because I'm a horrible DM.
Okay. No, you're okay. I guess in that case,
Banana I am.
Dilbart. So what did Dilbart do? In like what did he put in the? Can I get in this folder?
You would have to roll computers to try to open it. It is currently
give
a
me,
locked,
baby.
a locked folder.
All right, 17 on die,
Ooh.
and computers has. Okay, that is a 4. So does that mean I have a 21?
You do have a 21, yes.
Hell yeah!
Um,
It's been a little bit for me, guys.
No, which is alright, because the DC to get into that folder was a 20. So you do
Ooh.
break it open, and it has a bunch of. The whole thing has about 52 different video files, all just with dates.
Shit. I guess while everyone's walking back, I'm just gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them in reverse order. I already know the ending, but I'm going back to the beginning.
So you're starting at the beginning and going forward.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting at the end.
So the
Like if
end.
this man died of a terrible disease, I see him as a skinny, scrawny man, and I slowly see him fill out.
Going back in time.
Yeah.
So at the very first one, it seems like to be a captain's log. Going onto the ship, said that they had a cure for a disease. We'll be reporting back to the ship to continue stage 4 of the experiment.
And that's the last video in there.
That's the most current video in there.
Ooh.
And that was the
What
one.
happened
That's
before this?
that was the one that was. It looks like we recorded the day before, or the day of. Right
The day
before
he
he.
exploded.
Yeah, the day he exploded, more or less.
So they had a cure for some disease. They boarded our ship without loaded weapons. Jesus Christ, we killed these people for no reason.
No,
We're
we had
monsters.
We had the cure.
They were saying that you guys had the cure for it. That's what they were
Ah.
saying. He was going to board the ship because you guys had the cure for it, and
Okay.
they were just going to it. I think he said he was going to come back and check on the progress of experiment 4.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and when I watch that one, I'm like, oh, amazing. I'm saving the rest for later. And I close the phone, and I'm gonna slowly dole these out to myself over time.
Okay. Let me know, because each one of them has a significant detail. Let me know
Okay.
when you decide to go into the next one.
Okay. Anytime that we have like downtime or anything, or it's like everyone's gonna take essentially a long rest, I'll pop it open and watch a new.
Okay.
Just for future reference, just in case I forget to call it out.
Cool. So you have time right now, because I guess theoretically everyone's taking a long rest right now because Andros is staying, I believe, with his parents for a bit. Patcher is hanging out in the old engineering room because he's been too lazy to move his hammock. And Stone, I believe, is pouting in his bedroom because the captain gave away CB.
That's fair. Okay. I guess I'll watch another one of these while playing Space Invaders on my. Like I'm like listening to it like it's a podcast.
Okay. And like I said, you can listen to it, but you can also have it like a picture-in-picture type thing on your Space Invaders where it has like a video of it. I said you can if you want to.
If the little thing like pops down, I'm just like and swipe it away. I'm like fuck it. I don't need your visuals unless something interesting pops up. I'm not looking at this guy's face.
The first thing you hear is a blood-curdling scream when you start the second video.
I close the game and I bring the video back up.
It is of a human woman, and you can see it like moving it around. The person is in very ragged clothing. You can tell it's not like of your crew type thing, like not that ragged, but it is like current times, but in a ragged state. And they are in some kind of tube, just a large tube that they're currently standing in. You can see that there's some liquid that's slowly rising from the bottom of the tube, and the person, there's no one touching him or anything, but this person is just blood curdling screaming when this liquid begins to rise. It's not like taped anywhere on the ship, so you're not sure exactly where this is happening at.
They didn't it's not like geotagged or anything. They turned that off.
Go ahead and roll computers and see if you can try to search the file.
Okay. It's a 9 modified. So it's not good.
You try to look through like the information for the video, and it's out of whack. There's like things that don't make sense for the coding of it, so it's not exactly something you could try to see if you figure out.
Okay.
Not at first glance, at least, but so you're not sure exactly where this is occurring at. But the water or the liquid gets up about halfway, so just a little above the belly button. And she's still like absolutely screaming. You can see in her face that she's almost like getting exhausted by the amount of like just the physical pain that she's in. She like beginning to like scream, but you can see that she's starting to sway a little bit. Roll a perception check for me.
That's a 18.
18. In the back.
With no modifiers.
Okay. In the background, you happen to notice a couple of Starfinder uniforms walking in the background.
And they seem unfazed by this lady?
They seem unfazed by it. Both of the people, though, were his crew members.
They weren't?
They were.
Okay.
Eventually, the liquid fills up. And then starting from her toes, you can start to see like the skin peel away from the bone. Slowly but surely just pulling back up, and you see air bubbles gasping out as she eventually just goes unconscious and begins floating. You can just hear in the captain's voice like shit, and hits a red button where the liquid begins to drain. And when the liquid completely drains, you can see now that both her feet from her underneath her ankles are completely just bone. And you can see that she's still breathing and everything. She's just taking deep breaths, unconscious. Shortly, you hear him yell, "Foley!" And you see the pilot run up. Get this chick out of here. We need to prepare for experiment 4.
Boy.
And then the video cuts off.
Yeah, I swiped the video, like the thing away, just like, you cold son of a bitch. All right. So now that I've seen this like extreme exfoliation video, I guess I'll like put this to memory and like remember to tell people on the crew about this situation.
Okay. Patcher and Stone, is there anything specific you would like to do?
Just hanging out.
It is getting closer to night. Probably about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Is there any chance? Can I like start like any kind of like group call? Cause I don't really know all of the events of everything. So I just like basically like pull up Space Discord and just like open the group call. Boop, 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 boop. And like just see who answers really.
Andros, in your time of just solemn spending with the family, your phone begin to ring.
I'll
I think
answer it.
It's just me like shaky cam video like, hey guys, what's up? So I haven't seen you guys for a little bit. Sorry, I got caught up. I headed out a little bit earlier than everyone else. How's everyone doing?
Does anyone else answer the video call?
Yeah. Patcher and Crank both
Whoa.
independently answer it.
Stone.
Stone's not gonna answer.
Ooh.
What?
He's too sad.
Stone is a sulky boy right now.
Stone is a sulky boy right now.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
So I don't know if you guys have seen them. Be quiet about it just in case. But the Starfinder Society was here. Luckily, I was able to evade them. And I have the ship ready to leave at a moment's notice whenever you guys need to, and we can take the fight to those sons of bitches.
I hate to burst your bubble, but we already solved that problem.
What if anything else should arise? I'm fucking ready.
Maybe you should talk to the captain.
I
Admiral's orders.
what? Is he an admiral?
I was until someone demoted me.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Congratulations on the demotion there, Patch.
No, I think this deserves celebration.
There was a large confusion between Patch and my father about what it meant to be an admiral.
Yeah, he called me a thing. We need to talk to that. I need to have a conversation with him.
I mean, the dude's whole thing is.
Oh, he doesn't even want to talk to me now?
I mean, what a fucking asshole. He literally sells fur. The creature with fur, he just talks shit to. So, this guy's a dick.
I'm with Ort on this one.
Guys, my dad died.
Good riddance.
Dude,
Oh my god.
dude put a blaster into his own head because I told him he was awful and that he's the reason the family fell apart and all this stuff. And it was really kind of weird. He left me a voicemail about it. If you want to listen to it, if you can. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm kind of beat up, but at the same time, I'm not. At the same time, I really am. He left the business to me. Like, he left his will signed saying that I can have the business if I want it. And he also left the contract.
Do you want it?
Kinda.
Cause I mean, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Don't you vulture this from me, you piece of shit.
I'm just saying.
Nah, he also left the contract about where my brothers are. They went out hunting and got picked up by pirates or slavers or something, so... I'm getting my wits about me, and then you guys don't have to come with me, but I'm gonna go try to one-man army them back. So
No. You can't do that. See, this is the time where you lead from behind so you can wipe the tears away and no one sees them.
Yes. Put the admiral in charge. He'll be the face.
I don't trust him to be our face. If I had let him talk us into not being in jail, people would be dead and people would be in jail. Like,
Now, we don't know. We didn't travel that path. We don't know that for sure. Also, what?
he shot a guy from the
So what?
floorboards without asking any questions.
Hey,
He-
we're
oh,
in
I
a
thought-
shoot first, ask questions after the dead.
Yeah. You
That's
ask for
not-
forgiveness, not permission.
Not how conversations work, Patch.
Well, it should be, because it'll solve things. You don't have to argue. You just, bam, you're dead.
Speaking of which, that was the guy. Sorry about your dad and whatnot. I'm sorry. First and foremost, that sucks. But I'm glad you also got to have a real conversation with him about it. Sorry he didn't like it. As for the other part, the guy you shot through the floorboards, that was the captain of the other ship that we're talking about, right?
No.
Ah.
That was somebody
Okay.
on that dude's crew. It was when they came aboard the Fortune.
Yeah, they
Sure,
were
yep,
whole.
that's how it went. Yep, that's totally, yeah.
It was a gunshot, definitely not a grenade, right, Patch?
It was, sure, whatever, you say, Captain.
They were whole buckets of shit. I've had a whole bunch of feelings about this, cause like I found out they didn't have their guns loaded and whatnot. But also like I got into that guy's video logs and whatnot, and let me tell you, that guy was a doozy and a half. I don't really know what's going on, but they just like peeled a person like an upside down banana with some like tube juice at one point. And I've got mixed feelings.
Like a Gogurt?
Exactly like that.
I heard about this Gogurt stuff. It sounds dangerous.
Yeah, we can actually replicate it on the ship. It's pretty delicious, to be real.
Well, maybe we shouldn't put it on inside us if it's gonna
Oh
bubble
no,
people.
it's meant to eat. If you eat it in small quantities, it's totally fine. But if you eat like 10 plus tubes of Gogurt, you actually start to corrode from the inside out.
Yeah,
Well,
it's-
now I
it's-
know how to clean crank better.
Yeah, it's essentially
Go
an
for it.
industrial lubricant. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong here. I'm gonna shoot some of these videos your guys' way real quick. Go ahead and like check your guys' personal
use-
computer devices and whatnot.
I use that Coke. That Coke is pretty good at cleaning, polishing up crank here.
Okay, I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't-
red can, and you open it, and you pour it on there.
Yeah.
Coke.
Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always more of a slim guy myself, but whatever
Dude.
trips you trigger.
I don't even know what
Have
you're
you guys
talking
ever had Pacipi?
I tried that on
No,
crank,
just-
and it just ruined his insides, so it's not too good.
Yeah,
It's
it
one of
makes
those
things. It makes things real sticky.
And he couldn't move for like a week. I had to use more Coke.
Get the Coke to clean up the Pacipi.
It just sounds like you guys are talking about cocaine and PCP. I want that to be clear. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and like pipe these videos out to you guys real quick. I'm still backtracking this whole mystery here. But yes, reconvene when at all possible. Sorry about your family and whatnot. I don't really have much going else on though, so
I mean, did
I'm
you
here for it.
say what kind of pirates picked them up? Your brothers?
I haven't read the contract yet. But if it's anything like I'm thinking, it's not the best of circumstances. But we have the authorities on the way to like make sure that everything's taken care of properly with my now departed father.
And they're
I
not
need
gonna blame us for this, are they?
Oh no, we have
Not like
evidence that-
Starfinder guys. Just
nah.
gonna-
These are the local boys, and
Alright.
they knew my dad. They knew us, so we have proof that he offed himself. So
Alright,
figure it
I
out,
just don't
and-
want this coming back to me somehow.
oh no, I'll actually tell him that it was a staged suicide and that there was a small Yosoki man with a large robot that had a beef with my dad for calling him a thing, and he came back and popped
This
him
is-
one in the dome.
This is sounding strangely like what I don't want to happen.
That's exactly like what I'm not gonna tell him, Patch. Make sure that
Speaking of-
everything's good to go.
Speaking of Yosoki, I got the toy puzzle thing put together for Climberry. So whenever you guys bring her back here, that's all good to go.
All right. Were you on the ship this whole time? Like, were you around when I was talking to the people in the holding?
You came back to the ship?
We've been
Yeah,
on
okay.
the ship this whole time. Where
So
have you been?
long story short, people got arrested. Like our stowaway crew got arrested. I talked our way into keeping them, minus the
Wow.
ones with the forearms. But I told them where they could find a job. I also talked our way into not being arrested. But the thing there was I had to give like a sworn statement as to what happened, and I had to offer up collateral. I tried to offer our drift drive, and they said the only thing they wanted was Climberry. So I had to give up Climberry for a couple of days. I know generally where she is. She's with a really cool Yosoki dude. And we should be seeing her in a couple of days when we get word back about whether or not we're under arrest.
You could have reached out at any point in time. I had hairspray flamethrowers. No one ever talked to me. We could have taken them. We didn't have to give up our friends.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
pretty
you
beat up
should've,
about
like,
it.
Said something.
I was in the air ducts.
Oh, you were doing a patcher? That's cool.
Yeah. And speaking of which, what is it that you grease the side of these things? You know, it's a conversation for another day. Suffice it to say, I slide through these things like butter.
Yeah,
It's actually just butter up there.
it's butter.
He's got a brick of Crisco with him at all times.
Jesus Christ.
Scrubbing it down and he's sliding through it. He just
God.
cheeks it. I don't like.
I don't like that idea for Crisco.
No, he's got heart problems for sure.
Oh yeah.
But as far as Climberry goes, don't bring it up to Stone. He seems real beat up about it.
I immediately want to like DM Stone like, hey man, heard about that shit. I have a puzzle here, a toy that I told her about that is ready for her whenever we get her back.
I'm gonna just like look at like my communicator thing and just see his message and just smile a little bit and put it down.
So, I'll send out those videos to everyone, and yeah, then I'll just be like, all right, I'll catch everyone in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be back to the ship as soon as I get everything all squared away here. Then we can talk about the next moves.
I might know some pirates.
That might come in handy, but we'll talk about it in a little more safe space.
All right.
Yeah,
This is a safe space.
I'll catch you guys here in a bit, and I hang up.
Okay.
Now it's just you and Crank. Just staring. He's just staring at you.
Hey Crank, which one of us you think is gonna hang up?
I believe it is you.
Challenge accepted.
I think all you'd have to do is say, Crank, hang up.
Ori's not that smart.
Hey, Patcher and Ori, both go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oof.
All right. Okay.
All right, now
Ready.
are both of you planning, or are both the people planning on staying on their phones for as long as it takes?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
Crank,
I'm gonna keep
Crank
it open
doesn't know
and
how
like.
to hang up. So
All right, what'd you guys roll?
I rolled a 96.
Jesus, I got an 85 and I thought I rolled.
Unfortunately, Ori, your comlink dies first, so you officially hang up first.
And I'm like, you son of a bitch! You hear it like real quiet from the like real far.
Ha ha! I have won again.
Please tell me that Crank is just like keeping a tally somewhere every time he wins something.
Eventually, like they'll move out of the small ship, and you'll see like a large
Scratches.
scratch marks in the engineering bay.
Just huge scratches too, like.
From
Exactly.
his like wrench arm that just goes straight down.
But he doesn't realize the need to do it
You
one
can't do
way.
this motion.
He doesn't do it this way. He does it this way, so it actually counts twice. One for each side of the wrench.
Inflating his numbers.
Exactly.
I'm gonna walk back out to the front of the shop and pick up the contract
Okay.
regarding my brothers and the will.
Okay.
And I'm gonna duck my head back into the back and say, "Ma, people should be here soon to help deal with Dad. But I'm gonna get the family back together. So stay safe, stay smart. If you need me, we're at the big ship. We're the Romero down at the port. So come on down if you need anything or if you just want to hang out. I'm sure the crew would like to meet you. But yeah, I need a minute." And then I head back to the ship.
Okay. As soon as you get ready to leave the front door, as you're getting ready to cross the threshold, you do silently start to hear your mom begin to bawl. She seems like she was trying to hold herself together until you were gone, and then after, she just lets loose. So it didn't seem to be as one-sided as your dad thought it was, just for her just being gone. You head back to the ship. You go ahead and have exactly straight dunking on fools.
Crossing them up, breaking their ankles.
And one,
Getting
baby.
And
Getting
one.
getting that M1. I almost called it a +1. You know, I know sports.
That's what your dad needed.
+1.
+1, baby.
All right, and this right here is where actually we're going to head and take our break because we do have the infamous Valetaire ready to join us. So we're going to have to go to a brief break. This is going to be a very small break, just enough to get our cameras all in order. We'll probably have 2 breaks tonight, actually, guys. One for a normal break, and then this one right here just for a quick intermission, so we can go ahead and get Valetaire into the fray for sleep time.
So, okay, right.
Be right back, guys. guys, and we're back with a Valitaire. He has returned.
Hello.
He is here. So,
He's alive.
Andros, you just walked onto the ship. Contracts in hand.
I would have liked to have brought Val and Gus with me because that would have been really awkward to just leave them there.
They actually left prior. They left you to
Okay, cool,
mourn
cool.
prior to you coming back.
Cool. Just making sure.
Can I ask you, like, for those contracts, like, hey, like, listen, I know that you're like torn about your dad and whatnot, but also he was a real son of a bitch. So I want to look out for you and look at those contracts. Make sure you didn't put some bullshit in there that's gonna cause problems. If that's
I mean, it's just a contract for the last job that my brothers went on. Like, this is kind of the clue that I have on where to start looking.
yeah, I just want to take like just a picture of it, just read through some wording and stuff like that, make sure that you're in the clear, basically.
All right, yeah, man, go for it.
Okay.
I
as-
hand over the contract, but not the will. The will is mine.
That's okay. It's like I just want to take pictures of stuff. You don't have to give me like original files of things. Just, you know what I mean?
In that case, he can have pictures of the will as well if he would like.
Okay. You have
I wanna
pictures
take-
of the will and of the contract.
Is there any wording in this document that says that I can somehow take everything that his dad left to him?
No. And it is very well written as it is, especially goes to Andrew Sunspire. The last contract is just a very in-depth contract of a couple of goblins that they were hunting down for ransom. So nothing really there either.
Okay. Okay, cool. I just want to like look through it, like look with it, like everything seems on the up and up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of these photos and stuff like that. Just want to make sure stuff's good for you.
Cool, thanks, man.
Anytime. I like make a show of like deleting the stuff for him,
What a
and,
guy.
genuinely mean it.
What a guy.
I want to jump on the ship comms and go, hey, I'm home. Have some things I want to talk about with the crew. So if we could all meet up, bridge, galley, wherever you guys decide we want to meet, I'll be there. I just want to talk about some shit.
We
Why?
should meet on the other ship.
What?
It's Cordy
Don't be lazy, Patch. Come on.
So you're back on.
No
You're,
time for jokes. It's dead. It's dead.
you're not on the Romero. You're on the older ship then.
Can you
Still
put like
hanging
one
out,
on one
Mike.
and think about it?
Parked in the butt of the Romero.
Like just.
So
You
really,
can-
it was just like.
Let me think about it, please.
It's not even hard for you. We're literally in the hold right now. You come out of that hold and we are here.
Are we?
I'm
I
just
mean,
hoping.
yeah, let's. Back on the comms. Everybody, just meet in the hold. Since Patch wants to be a lazy, whatever, just meet me there. And I head to the hold.
If that's the case, I'm sitting in the cockpit, so I can look at it.
Just with the door open, basically. You're just like. So.
So.
While I'm waiting for people to get there, Patch, you know that ship is also still mine, right? Like both of these ships are under my captainship.
I flew this one, so it's mine, right? That's how it works.
Maybe when we have 2 or 3 more ships and we can actually start an armada, I could name you Captain of the Fortune. But
as
call me
Admiral-
Blackbeard, motherfucker.
As admiral of the bigger ship, I say this is my ship.
He's got
You
a
have
point.
you have no rank. You are listed as admiral in the system, but I still have higher clearances than you.
Yeah,
can
but I
make-
mean,
I can make clearances. It's not that hard.
Hey, Ori, can we revoke his clearance making abilities? I don't want to have to do this shit.
yeah, no. Is he a mod right now? I'll unmod him.
Can you please unmod him? Give him any clearance for his
Spaceships
specific
have
job.
mods.
You know, I open up like the chat.
He
from-
posted too many links. All right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking done.
I open the little like chat window from my chat bot and everything, and I unmod him from there too.
Dang,
I
he was
just
a
start
mod.
spamming- I just start spamming in his
Good
chat.
time out.
Posted
He's
a
taking my
non-safe
ship.
for work meme. So
And,
definitely time him out for too much spam and too many bad words.
is there a is this over like global messenger stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I want to go ahead and start like trying to figure out what tiny like Yosoki sized ship thing we could possibly cobble together from some bullshit in the ship.
Whatever it is,
Well-
it's not gonna make me happy.
If we need to make him a little ship, he's the one that's got to make it because none of us can do it.
Yeah, and I just want to pitch the idea to him. You know, basically like send him some like sticky notes with some doodles on it.
Get on like space Pinterest and look up like Yosoki
Yes.
ships, like, how to make them yourself.
DIY ships, you know.
Yeah, I'll just make it out of this one. Oh, it's done.
It's a classic Pinterest project.
It is.
Take this thing, call it something else now.
It's like way to row backwards.
What happened to Gus?
Patcher's awesomeness. Done.
Gus is. I don't know what Gus is actually up to right now.
He left with you. That's the last I saw. So I don't know.
You did see him. He went to his room, his quarters last
He
you
never
saw.
did see the ocean, did he?
Nope, haven't done that yet.
He's probably trying to do that himself.
I want to go to the ocean.
Your dad's dead.
Yeah,
You can't
thanks
go to
for
the ocean.
bringing that up again, there, dude.
I'm just saying, you're too happy for your dead dad. Unless you're gonna go brood on the beach.
I mean, I'm in this weird like shock. It just happened. I don't know how to feel. So yeah, kind of like circling around the room. Patch, we'll talk more about this. Who's the captain bullshit later. Right now, we got work, so circle it up. And
Alright.
You
I
hear-
produced the contract.
You see Gus walk in, holding a small metal flask.
Uh-oh.
Drinking already there, buddy.
I mean, are we on the clock? We're stuck here for a couple days, right?
Who's
Yeah.
drinking?
Gus.
Is drinking again.
Like always. What's new?
I mean, it's a kind of a pirate thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, drink up. We have some time before we actually got a ship out. Stone,
Oh.
did you come to this meeting or are you still in your...
Stone, can you hear us?
Donnie.
He looks frozen.
He does look frozen.
Stone broods.
Oh,
Where's
he lasted that. Nate, did you go to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll go to the meeting.
Okay.
Captain, about this whole thing, this agreement that you've made with Starfinder. Are we going back to that if it all works out, or what do you see in?
fuck them
so
bitches? No, I'm
I
sorry, that
kinda-
wasn't in character. I'm fucking.
I mean, that's kind of the way that the conversation worked out. We went through the academy, so we kind of have our choice. If they find us innocent, then I was going to kind of leave it to the crew. Do we want to go back? Do we want to stay out here, kind of doing our own nonsense, or
If we go back, Voltaire will never trust them again.
kind of with you there, Val?
I miss having dental insurance, guys. Ever since we left, like I just noticed there's one tooth that I have that's kind of wiggly, and I'm freaked out about it.
There's always
Voltaire
one
will
of
pull
those.
it out for you. It's fine.
No, I value my
I'll
grill.
pull it out for you.
My brother was a dentist.
What?
A Yosoki dentist sounds terrifying and awesome. Because
You-
like, I could lay back in the chair, and you don't even have to have a chair. You could just like stand on me and like work in my mouth. But like that seems
They
weird
got-
at the same.
They also got little hands, so.
And
And
just
we
as
keep
long
our tools in our mouth.
I was gonna say, as long as you're not pouching your tools, like whipping it out of your cheek to drill my teeth, I'm okay.
I don't know,
That's
like,
so
yeah,
gross.
you guys aren't just one of those races that your teeth just grow forever, though, aren't you?
Well, I do have to chew on random things. Yes.
Yeah. So why the fuck am I gonna? Whatever.
So
Yeah,
I saw a
bite
show
on
about
this
this.
for 3 months.
I know about this once where they had a dude, he was a crab monster that was supposed to be a medical expert on humans, and that didn't go well.
I've never seen this show.
Yeah.
Sounds like a weird.
It was a
show.
good show. I'll send you the link. You'll really enjoy it, Ori.
Sick. Canonically, Ori is going to start watching Futurama now.
From Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
In,
Florida.
In Florida, watching Futurama, drinking Slurm.
He's
Yes.
gonna open up and be like, "This show looks fucking old as shit."
This is in 3-4? What the fuck?
They still draw back then? Oh.
So no, I guess at this point, like, I want to voice my concerns with going back to the Starfinder Society, but also, like, I don't know. It seems like they might have been doing good things. I'll share with Stone and Valitaire the stuff about that video. I guess with everyone bring it up if they haven't watched it yet. There was a video from the previous captain of the ship where it showed them talking about some kind of cure the cure that we had for the stuff they were going to come and try to get, apparently. And the video immediately before that one was them kind of like peeling a person with a lick and then dumping her to start another experiment.
I mean, was she a bitch?
Possibly, I don't know. She's like, don't get me wrong, she had like some severe eyebrows and whatnot, but like I don't know if that really means that much. No.
I mean, she was screaming and stuff, so.
Yeah,
I mean, people scream when I do things to them.
that's fair.
And then you throw them out the airlock, so it seems rational.
Granted, the last one that I had, he couldn't do a lot of screaming. There was no vocal cords connected.
The last one that you had. I didn't know this about you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they used-
this just
that
took a
is
really
Nokia,
interesting
so-
turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
what do you
killed one of my-
Anyway,
What needs to be done, I get done.
he killed one of my rivals. It's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, and I pull out the contract. I have this is one of the last things that my dad left for me. He left a voicemail also, pretty much saying that my brothers were working on this contract when they went missing. Gives point of like last known contact, all that kind of stuff. I'm going after them. You could come, you could stay. I don't care. I'm just letting you know what's going on. So yeah, that's what's good. I'm gonna go get my brother back from some pirates or slavers or whatever they are.
Are you going to need help for this?
Well,
know.
have you seen him shoot a gun?
Hey.
He's going to need help for this. That's a good point. You raise a good point, my friend.
Yes, Val.
When do we leave?
I like how Val raises his
We leave. Obviously, we wait for Gus to sober up, and then we head out.
I mean, we could just bring him along. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He takes
Like,
another.
realistically.
He takes another swig. Don't we have to wait here for Starfinder to come up with their determination before we can leave the planet?
Come on, we don't have to wait for Starfinder.
Let me take a look, and I look at the contract. Is this on planet or is this off planet?
Are you talking about the old contract? There was a last. So the two goblins that they were looking for were last seen on this planet.
Okay. Then I mean, we could start looking on planet and see what happens, but it's gonna be a couple days before they have any sort of word for it.
It's not that Voltaire gives a shit, but where's Climeberry?
Weren't you there?
She's
At that-
on a little bit of a field trip.
At that point, you see
Yeah.
Gus take another large swig.
I'm just saying, like, I would say fuck the Starfinder and just go out and do our shit, but
They kind of
you
have
guys, yeah, you guys seem pretty attached to that.
Let me make a quick call and see if I can't get any sort of update.
especially Stone.
I take a couple steps away from the group, and I hit that comm number that the other Starfinder gentleman had left me.
I just keep seeing myself down here in the video, and I just keep making stupid faces. I can't help myself.
So I call that comm number just like.
Hello.
Josh is like, oh, I'm sorry, that's my cue.
No, I made a roll to see if he.
Oh, okay.
You could tell that he was asleep prior to this. What can I help you with?
Hey, sorry to wake you. I made a decision on behalf of my crew, and And I just have to ask, so I can put them at ease, is there any sort of contact information for the Yosoki gentleman that you placed my Yosoki with?
That would be me.
Where's my Yusoki?
Okay, so making sure, like, out of character here, is this the Yosoki guy that I'm calling, or is
No,
this the Starfinder?
this is the Starfinder guy, but he's saying that like he is your contact for them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just need to know that we have a way of making sure she's okay. I know that we're not going to have an answer yet because it hasn't even been that long, but I told him what happened and I damn near got mutinied on, so I just wanted to double check that we had a way to something that I could say we have contact here. Sorry to bother you, but yeah, thanks, man.
Yep. And then hangs up.
Yep. They head back to the group. Climeberry is okay. Everything's fine. She's being well cared for. And as soon as we have our verdict from Starfinder, she'll come on home.
I mean, do we have any idea where she's located?
She's with... I don't. I tried to get that information and they wouldn't tell me.
I mean,
How can we-
could just...
How can we trust these people again? That's my thing.
I'm right there with you, Patch.
What if they come up with some more bullshit that says, "Hey, give us everybody on your crew"?
I mean, they clearly run experiments. Why don't... I mean, they might be like, hey, there's fucking little raccoons from the past. Why don't we cut this one open too?
I didn't think about that. We need to get her back
Oh
now.
my god.
But it was.
I'm a
was it,
monster.
was it the captain that was doing that? I mean, maybe.
I pull out all of my hairspray flamethrowers and I'm just fucking ready. I'm ready to go to.
Alright, so new plan. New plan. We're gonna go find Climeberry,
Yeah, we are.
and then we're gonna find my brothers.
Yeah, we are.
We're,
Less enthusiastic about the brothers, but I'll take it.
That familiar bond right there.
I mean, if they haven't come home at this point, then they're either incredibly incapacitated or dead. I just need to know which one is
Or
which, so that I
maybe-
can tell.
Maybe they're learning how to work a ship.
That would be dope, because then we'll bring them over here, and they'll work on my ship.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Abutu can work on this ship, and my other brother, he could work on your ship when you get a ship.
Right, that one. And I just point over my shoulder.
so
Eventually-
What's our
Look,
first
it's
step
redundant.
finding
If you
Climeberry?
think about it, it's a redundancy. You already have a ship. You don't need another ship. Then I get the ship.
Kind of just looking right over Patcher to address Val. All I have is a comm number. Maybe we can do some pseudoscience and triangulate it back to the source.
Can you,
Looking across Ori.
yeah, can you hack that, Hori?
Yes. I'm gonna need you to stay on the line with this guy for 37 seconds.
Exactly 37 seconds. You
And then
got
I can triangulate his position. But
All
you
about
gotta
it.
keep him talking.
I
can
feel
do
like
that.
Josh is sitting there like, you're fucking taking my job, alright? I'm gonna make this fucking 60 seconds now, cunt, alright?
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but we'll see.
Hey, our science officer says exactly 37 seconds. He hasn't proven me, like, he hasn't failed me yet.
We've known each other for a short time. That'll change.
But I've called the guy already. I think I don't want to, like, annoy him. I feel like I should give it, like, 10, 15 minutes
Nah,
before
just
I call him.
Just call him like 4 times.
Call him back like, hey, she forgot her fucking blankie. She's gonna lose her mind if she doesn't have it. Alright, maybe I can come
That-
bring it to her.
That's a really good idea. All right. All
No,
right.
ask him if all else fails. Ask him about like procedure for this. Just like keep him on the line. Ask him about one thing. Go to thing number 2, and then go back to thing number 1.
And
Yeah,
then
what-
ask him how his day is, 'cause they like that.
Yes.
I gotta make
As
it
a
personal.
Yosoki, do you like that stuff?
He's not a Yosoki. He's one of him.
I thought he was a Yosoki.
No, the guy take it. It's a long story. I don't want
The guy who has CB is Yosoki. My contact is not Yosoki. He's from here.
Okay.
He's Lashunta.
He's Lashunta, like me. But he even like showed me his antenna. That felt a little weird, just because like
Isn't that
I
personal?
don't know, and not really because they sit up here and I kind of point at my antenna. It's like, but he had him under a hat and he took it off to like show me his antenna. Why you even got those hidden? Like,
Was it weird because his were like bigger antenna than yours,
wanna talk
or
about
like
it.
what? Okay.
Were they
That
like
means they
all
were.
natural?
That
They were
means they
bigger.
were. If he doesn't want to talk about it, that means
It's clearly implants.
he wiggled them at me a little bit. It was weird.
I mean, Cap, well, I'm sure we'll run into some money later. We can get you some extensions, all right?
Yeah.
Yo, I am
I
an
heard there's a
all
pill for
natural
that.
kind of Lashunta here. I am an all natural boy. I refuse.
There's no shame.
I refuse.
I could.
No,
Yeah.
I could Gus could probably find you some pills
All
if
right,
you need it.
Climberry is probably being cut on. We need to get her. all
Right now.
All right, I dialed the number again. I wish I could make like codec sounds from Metal Gear.
No answer.
I call again.
4 times. You'll be good.
He's not answering.
You gotta keep trying. This happened with my first girlfriend. Also, strangely, my last girlfriend.
Was it your ex? Did she die?
My ex-girlfriend. No.
You hear, man?
She's dead to me.
What the hell do you want? I told you not to
Hey,
call this number.
I know. I'm sorry. There was a reason that I called last time. I wanted to make sure that I could get in touch with her if need be, but I also just kind of going back through things on the ship, noticed that she forgot her blanket, and I really don't want her like freaking out on you or anything like that. Is there any way that I can get this to you? Is there any like procedure on how this should go?
Roll a bluff check.
Okay, let me get my dice here.
Roll that check that you're good at.
You know the thing that I do.
I don't like that you stopped Ori counting because you're like, oh, metagame, it wouldn't be counting. I'd still count. Let's keep it.
That is a 23.
So can I just go to the number I need already then?
Hold on a second.
He's gotta do math.
Look, dude, she's already asleep. She's fine. We already sent it over, and they're already looking at the footage. So I'll call you back tomorrow, and then just hangs up.
Okay, yeah, but I call
How
back.
many-
Is it collective or does that be at one time?
I has one time, all at once.
How many seconds was that?
How
It was
close was the
23
door?
seconds.
God damn it.
This is what happens in the spy movies.
I call back.
It instantly goes to voicemail.
I will leave a voicemail.
You can absolutely leave a voicemail.
I'm going to. Hey, I think we got disconnected. Weird space turbulence, science stuff.
Go through the drift.
I hate to be annoying. Really, I just want to make sure that she's okay. Like she's one of us, man. Like I just want to make sure that everything gets handled properly and correctly, and that everybody's okay. But really, I just want to make sure that she comes back unharmed. Also, I swear to fuck, if you hurt her in any sort of way, shape, or form, I know a guy who's okay with cutting people in the face. And I hang up.
He's got it in his notes. I got a feeling that was me.
I just real quick, I would be like, can you give me that number?
I give him the number.
He just fucking Googles it.
Yeah, no,
I want-
I dispersed the number to the whole crew, so everybody has it now.
So I want to go ahead and send like a message to the guy real quick, like, oh hey, sorry there, just a little bit of like a little bit of clerical confirmation over here on this end. It says here on this will that we have for the situation that we just resolved on this end that you're one of the recipients of a large portion of this estate. Just give me a call so we can sort this stuff out. Business hours are this time. Just really any business day, give me a call back. Thank you so much.
I just have Crank robocall him every 90 minutes with some random.
Why don't we just call and when he doesn't answer, leave a message saying, "This is your fucking captain. You need to call me back," and then someone impersonate his captain.
Oh, I'm on. I can do this. This is my wheelhouse.
He's
This
still
is
getting
He's still getting robocalled. So.
Oh yeah. Keep the robocalls. Stone, are you gonna call this guy at all? Like.
Stone wants you to answer.
Oh man. No, I'll call him back again. I want to like star 6-7 his ass.
This is
Okay.
some real early 2000s space travel.
Yeah, man. We got Skype calls.
Yeah. Star 6-7 his ass. Does he answer?
We have rotary phones.
It goes right back to voicemail.
Right back to voicemail. I'm gonna leave a message as his captain.
Pick up your phone. Tired of leaving you.
Make it some sort of urgent matter that like is really important.
As it's ringing, I'm like clearing my throat. The teeth and the tongue, the teeth and the lips.
Unique. New York. Unique.
No, I'm not muted.
And when it
sorry.
picks up for the voicemail, hello, yes, this is your captain. We have very urgent things to discuss, business and such of the Starfinder type. I need you to call me back post haste. Yes. And then I hang up.
Maybe we should have done some research on the local captains or his possible captain.
I
we know
I
this
just
is-
scotch
For
down
all we
in
know,
my
it's some
belly.
big fucking black man that talks like this.
I mean, like, hey man, I just took a guess. There was one that I really enjoyed. There was a dude back in the academy who always talked kind of like this. And I was kind of hoping that he was his captain. Yeah. I say, and he has like a big old mustache that kind of flaps when he talks. He looks like he should be on a cereal box.
I see where you're
Captain
going with
Crunch.
this.
Yeah, dude, he's Admiral Crunch and he hangs out with Archduke Chocula.
Yeah.
All right.
How many Futurama jokes can
So-
we make this episode?
All of them. What would you guys like to do now?
Let's go find some goblins.
It is cresting about 9 o'clock right now, by the way. 9 p.m.
That's when they're out the best.
This motherfucker is dead asleep at 9 p.m. What a little bitch.
He's on different planet time.
Well, he's on a different time zone, so.
Are we
Yeah.
positive? Are we positive this fucker left the stratosphere?
Decently.
Did we see him leave?
I
No.
think we had other things going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I was dealing with my dad.
Because, I mean, if I was making security calls, I wouldn't have them leave the space because, I mean, wouldn't have them leave the planet just in case they needed to, you know, arrest us. I'm assuming they're probably still on planet if they decide to not help us out, because whether they're going to help us or not, they're not letting us go.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
do you want to
They
go
didn't-
find them, Val? Do you want to go search them out, kill them?
Did he mean door to door? Airlock to
well-
airlock?
Sure.
You're knocking on doors?
I can be a door-to-door salesman.
I'm not
Jesus.
about.
Okay, if you're gonna start door-to-dooring, Val's only allowed to take a knife, and
What
Patrick,
kind of bullshit is this, Captain?
you have to leave every explosive material you've ever come across on board this ship. We're not gonna go door-to-door on my home planet and kill my neighbors.
I already think I killed a couple of them by
Yeah, you
accident.
probably did.
I blew up a train.
Yeah, you did.
What?
It was a
Yeah.
distraction. I was trying to save a crew and I blew up a train.
Oh, okay. I remember.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just gonna be like, okay, and I'm like looking up stuff that I remember from the contract for where his brothers are.
So you want me and the raccoon to go door to door calmly? Also, maybe give us a list of ships that the Starfinder enlists. That way, maybe we could start looking at those first.
All right.
Is there like a spaceport here? I mean,
Yeah, we're in the port. Like that's where we're parked.
well, I
Wait
thought we
a
were
minute.
Parked out in like a middle of a.
Let's. So is this called? So is like the port? Is that called like? So we got to talk to like port. Raccoon, I got an idea.
There's the port authority. I would start there.
Yeah, let's just go fucking rough up the port authority and make them tell us where it is.
All right. Maybe he's got some cool stuff on him too.
Dude, Clark.
Fine.
Clark is a cool guy. Clark is
We'll
a really
br-
cool guy. You just
We'll
gotta go talk
bribe
to him.
him first.
Yeah, we'll bribe him by not
Hey,
beating him up.
good stuff.
Got it.
Well, I meant with actual money.
I'm
And
not
then if he
giving him
doesn't,
anything.
I will give him money.
Okay.
And if he doesn't
That's-
take it, then we'll punch him in the face.
Just
And if
whatever
you-
you do, don't tell me about it.
Let's steal it back
Bribing is
after we give it
good.
to him.
Bribing
No,
is
if
fine.
if he takes the bribe, let him keep the bribe. Because what if he turns us in?
That's free money though.
Yeah, no, I'm paying him for whatever. We're bribing him first. All right. All
You
right.
can't just let money get away. That's what I'm saying.
We're paying for goods and services.
This is the
I don't pay for
cornerstone.
anything.
This is the cornerstone of capitalism, Pat.
And this is how I don't know how you weren't a pirate before we met.
Well, you don't really know me, do you?
That's a good point. We had that tragic backstory hour where I told y'all about my shit, and we know a little bit about Val and how he killed his mom. We don't know
Dead.
anything about anybody else. Patch, who the hell are you? What do you even do? Why are you here? Ori, what the fuck is Florida?
It's,
Captain.
it's where I'm from.
It sounds like a weird, backward, confused place.
It is.
Clem could be getting cut on. We don't have any time to leave.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Stone,
Stone, use your
Yes.
nose.
I want you to go with the other two and make sure things don't get out of hand. You seem to be our man of few words and level head.
Usually it's Val. That's
I just want to find CB.
Same.
I'm-
And this is step one.
You're telling the
I'm
guy
just-
that just cut down goblins that were just standing around. That he's the level-headed one?
They looked menacing.
They were just having a party.
And my level-headedness is more logical and less moral. So if it's logical to do something immoral, it's gonna go with the immoral option.
And I just steal shit, so it's fine.
The little goblins were puny and talked weird, so I had to do something.
Is that your racism? Fucking mark it down. Goblins are bitches. Kill them all.
Remind me not to speak weird around you.
Says the guy.
Doing this. Exactly. That's
So
what
yeah,
I'm
I'll
saying.
go around. We're gonna, I guess, go to door.
Hell yeah.
Do we have a list of Starfinder
What
ships? I mean, like,
Well, I think we have what this guy looks like, so.
Yeah, there's like ship surveillance footage that y'all can get to know what our dude looks like. Also, Clark at the Port Authority. He runs the place. He's a really cool guy. Tell him I sent you, and then he might be able to talk to you a little bit better.
hey, Ori, can you pull up security footage of this guy so I can get his face to show the port
Oh
authority?
yeah. Yeah. Do I just like already have this up?
You can pull it up pretty easily.
Okay. I just like send it out to everyone. Like,
Cool.
hey, you know, we're not gonna judge it.
I mean, he looks very
Everybody
similar
judges
to.
me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill him.
It's fair. I do think that you are also sometimes ugly.
Damn.
You know, there's a
I
face.
thought we had something, Ori.
No, it's
Breaking my heart.
it's an internal ugly. On the outside, fucking gorgeous.
Oh, well, that makes sense, 'cause I have killed a lot of people, so.
Gus just turns around and begins to head back to his room after this conversation begins.
And Pat, there's a face that you make in the middle of like blowing something up, where your whole face just snarls in, and it's I've never seen anyone make a tinier face. It's like your whole face like sucks into the middle of your face, and it's the weirdest thing. I'll
That
call it
is,
ugly.
because have you seen this face right here?
It's super pointy, and I don't know how you get all of this onto just this little tiny space in your face when it's so pointy. God,
I know.
weird.
That is weird. I think you may be doing too many drugs again, Sunshine.
I haven't touched this stuff in a long time.
So no, I guess at this point, Captain, they're gonna go ahead and go do their whole like Jehovah's Witness thing. If you want to try to track down some stuff for your brothers, I'm in on it.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's just gonna cost you like 3% of your inheritance.
Let me take a look at
Are
money.
you trying to...
Let me take a look at money, because I feel really bad because I haven't been able to cut out anybody's like paycheck since we've been out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
I
I've
mean,
been
usually it's
slowly-
Starfinder that would pay you, but let me
been
let me
just-
run let me run some numbers.
I've been just slowly just taking things that are equal value.
Ships, what have you.
Right.
That ship is still mine.
Gus sort of just waves his hand. Let me know if you need me to fix someone.
Can you fix Patcher's head? Oh my god. Anyway, the three of
We
you
should go.
do your thing. Let's find CB as quick as we can. Ori, me and you will start working on tracking down my brothers. Ready? Break.
On it. I
Uh,
send
why-
Patcher a little
why
message.
Why did you just clap and say break? Are we supposed to break something?
No.
Our huddle. We break the huddle. We
Oh, is
disperse
that what? I thought we were just standing around.
in a circle facing each other very close. That's when we're huddled together. So if we go break, that
Break.
means break the huddle.
Like
And
Point
disperse.
Break.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot
Oh.
straight up time for this.
All right. Well, bye. I guess.
All right, yeah. Call if you have any issues or if you need anything. Please be nice to Clark. Thank you.
Kill Clark. Don't call. Got it.
I
Anyway.
send Patcher a little message on my little thingy, and I'm just like, dude, I'm getting 3% of his inheritance, man.
Hey, I want 5.
And you gotta work that shit out with him yourself. However, also I have to talk to you about that ship later. Boop, boop. Pick it off.
All
Swear
right.
to God, if y'all are trying to steal my ship right now.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start. We'll start with the dynamic duo, trying to look for the brothers. We'll start with you. What would you guys like to start with your search?
The brothers, the brothers.
Reading over the contract, is it any locations that I'd be familiar with?
Yes, probably the oldest tavern in the city. The Moist Maple.
I don't
Moist
like
Maple?
it.
The Moist Maple, yes.
Alright, cool.
It's like a syrup bar.
Have you tried the new moist maple bar? It's made of granola and moist dogs.
Jesus.
So-
Yeah, Moist Maple is where the two goblins, according to this contract, were frequent the most.
Okay. So, Ori, there's an old bar. There's an old bar that these guys used to hang out at, like the dudes that my brothers were hunting. I say we start there. Maybe somebody can ID a face or anything like that.
We got names or anything for anybody here?
Are there names on the contract? Or are there pictures on the contract?
There's no pictures. There is 2 names though, but you can't read the language that they're written in.
Motherfucker. I don't have like
Alright,
Google
I
Translate
was-
or anything.
Go ahead and roll computers.
Alright. So, 14 on the dice, so that makes it an 18. modified.
18. Just roll a d10 for me.
Mm.
And then roll a d4.
Exactly.
Then multiply them by 2. Then do the square root.
Now we're playing
Well,
Shadowrun.
That's 4.
We're not playing second edition D&D.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, no, we're playing
is-
3.5.
What is your Thaco?
Exactly.
You think? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What did you
So
say?
it's a
4?
4 on a 10.
You get to just typing in random languages, trying to figure out what language this is in general. It's Goblin. And the name, the first name is. They seem to be handles. They don't seem to be actual names.
Okay.
The first one is Ripper, and the second one is Buzz.
Ripper and Buzz.
I passed this along to the captain, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be real hard to find 2 goblins that go by Ripper and Buzz, right?
Harder
Like,
than.
we're gonna come out this bar with 32 of them to narrow it down from.
Yep. All right.
Gibble snacks and Gribblebot.
Right. Also, Ori, do you drink at all?
No.
Oh.
Don't touch the stuff.
Okay. just-
However, you find me a good soda. Boy, am I there.
I know a guy.
Golly gee.
I'm always a good fan of an egg cream, you know.
Give me one of them cream sodas and I'll be there at the spot.
Give me a good old sarsaparilla, and oh boy, you got a friend for life.
Mm.
All right, so you guys heading to the Moist Maple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm bringing every gun that I own.
So two.
All Yeah. And
One
a
of them's
knife.
still not picked.
I'm bringing that knife.
Oh, yeah,
that I
the
took
knife
from
you
my
took.
dad's
No,
shop.
no one has as good of an upgrade as I gave fucking Ori.
That's right. Actually helps with my accuracy.
The wiener guns, dude.
Has a V for Valitaire.
V for victory.
So you guys head to the Moist Maple. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you guys walk in.
Yeah.
I got a 75.
Uh-oh.
Balanced.
What?
There's. What, you don't have a plus 50 modifier?
I don't.
You obviously didn't min-max your character well enough. What'd you say?
No.
18.
18.
Mine is at 21.
Ooh. Both of you see just an assortment of different people. It's very busy. A very popular place. It is pretty run down, but so do the people that are inside of it. You don't see a lot of like higher class people here. It seems like a lot of the Brawley people, people who mechanics, people of the trade, of hunters, as well as a couple of. They don't seem to look that ran down, but they don't look like they're living lavishly either. They seem comfortable in the way they are living, but they also see they don't wear any. For as well as they look, they don't have any badges replicating that they're from somewhere, if that makes sense. They don't look like
Okay.
to be a part of any association anywhere that's making them look well off.
As we walk in, hey Ori, play it cool. My dad used to come here every so often. This is where we got a lot of our seasonal help, if you could call it that.
Slave labor. Gotcha.
No, we hire less than reputable people. if you would-
Indentured servants. Okay.
We hired criminals.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So like people from Florida. Yeah. No, dude, I got you.
Yeah. I actually think there was one guy that we hired who said that he used to wrestle gators.
I mean, gators went extinct at least 47 years ago.
Don't fucking lie to me. Have you seen a gator? You're not gonna die.
Anytime
They're the
soon.
cockroaches in the reptile world.
All right. I walk in. I walk straight up to the bartender. Hey.
Yeah.
What's going on? How's things?
That's so delicious.
This woman turns around. Hey, what can I get for you?
I'll take just I'll take a beer and a water for my friend here. He is my driver.
I
Yeah,
want
also-
to turn around at this point. Like I was like turned around, previously facing away. I turn and I'm like, one water, please.
Also,
Got any sarsaparilla?
we're looking for any sort of information on a couple of guys. Maybe you can help me out.
I mean, basically, I think you only need one guy here, but we're looking for a couple others.
This guy. Yeah. Also, if you remember him, we're out here trying to kind of have a good time. My dad just died.
Yeah, we are.
If you knew Gordak Sunspire, he just passed. Kind of bar crawling to all of his spots that he used to go to.
You see her like sort of nodding, like sort of half paying attention as she's filling up your beer and the water. So, who you looking for?
Couple of goblins. They go. That can't be their real names. Handles Ripper and Buzz.
And when you say Ripper and Buzz, her eyes just go wide.
Yep.
What are you looking for them for? And you see that her hand that's holding the beer is visibly beginning to shake.
I want to touch her hand and be like, "Hey, now, darling, don't get so nervous."
Roll a charisma check.
Cool. You see, I got anything for charisma here? All right, so it's not so good on the die.
Can I give him just like can I just put my hand on his shoulder and use my encourage non-verbally?
Just that
Charisma.
look, that like, you got this, bro.
Yeah.
So I guess that for me would be a 9 on the die, and then whatever you give me off of his thing.
Go ahead, Andros. Go ahead and roll the normal thing you roll to give people extra bonuses, but with a -4.
With a minus what?
No.
-4. Okay.
Sorry, my cat was getting in the way.
I dropped my
Mine's the
D20
opposite. Mine
earlier.
sees me and it's like, oh fuck, it runs the other direction.
She just wants
Sounds
all the
right, though.
attention.
All right. So it was still a 17. So it's gonna go through.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your +2 to your die roll.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes it an 11? Or no. Yeah.
She sort of just looks you up and down. So, what do you want from them?
So, all right, cards on the table here. You know do you know who the Sunspires are? Do you know like the fur trade up the street?
Roughly aware.
Okay, yeah. 2 of them, brothers. They were tracking these guys down and they went missing. I'm out here trying to find them.
And she leans a little closer in and pushes the drink. If you plan on having any more of this conversation, I'm gonna need some help with that.
What kind of help do you need?
You looking for currency, or are you looking for a good time?
She just stares dead at you.
All right, jokes aren't gonna work here. I got you. My money is currently tied up in a will. The estate hasn't cleared yet, but I got you.
What race is this woman?
It's a race you haven't seen very much of, but she's a dwarf.
Not yet.
She's a
She's the
dwarf.
bug. Oh, I thought you were gonna say she was the bug. Sheerans or something.
She's got 4 arms and you have to fuck her.
I'll take it for the team.
Damn!
All right. But just
For the team or your brothers?
they're the team. They're part of the team.
You haven't even met them yet. This is some bullshit, Cap.
She looks at both of you. I'm gonna need a little bit more than something on a will. I need some currency here.
How about?
Also, how are you paying to pay for your drink if you didn't have money with you?
I mean, I have
Listen,
some
listen. 2 things in this world, the most
One.
valuable things that you could ever. 1, time. And you know what? Let's just hold up right there. Who do you spend your time with? 'Cause you could spend that time with me.
Roll another charisma check.
Damn,
I'm
that's
extremely
steamy.
uncomfortable and I'm not even mad.
Dude, that's steamy. That would have worked on me.
It's not good. I didn't roll very well at all. That's a 6.
I laugh, she'd be like,
She
no,
sorta-
but...
Stands up a little bit.
Oh my god.
Pulls down, not necessarily like pulls down her shirt, but she straightens herself up a little bit. Now that might be a little currency we can get into later.
My God. And I just like, oh my.
How about this? Before we get that far, maybe I have some. Maybe I have some firearms I could move.
What the fuck?
How about these arms?
I'll also flex.
She sort of looks you up and down and just like shakes her head, and then looks over to Ori. I'll take those guns tonight. And what other kind of guns you talking about?
Mostly just Mostly small arms, but we have some that we can move for you.
Got some small arms right here for you.
Those are big arms. Don't sell yourself short. Oh, I love it.
How many?
As I'm trying to do math,
Dude.
how many guns did Patrick get from the from the ship when he took all those guns?
I dismantled like 3 of them.
There's,
okay, so
I think, a
minus
total
three.
like 7 left.
Okay, I got 7.
Let's become arms dealers.
I'll
Selling you weapons in the form of words.
I'll take the guy for tonight, and then I'll take those 7 guns and you have yourself a deal.
You
Ooh,
gotta
baby.
point me in the direction. What do we got?
She's like, don't turn your head, but well-dressed gentleman over in the corner, they run with him, so you might want to keep your voice down a little bit lower when looking for the 2 people that hold the quote-unquote security of this establishment.
So, okay.
Pirates. They're pirates that hold this area.
So those 2 that I'm the 2 gentlemen I'm inquiring on, they are pirates that kind of protect this place.
I mean, if protection is what you want to use when they extort money out of you, the
Okay,
quote-unquote
how
save
about
it
this?
from burning.
How about this? I got a little quid pro quo kind of offer here for you.
My quid, your pro.
We
our
both quo. We're in the again speaking very low, just between the 2 of us. We're in the market of trying to take these guys down. They've done my family pretty wrong. We take care of them, get them off your back, and then if you start to have any sort of trouble, you give me and my boys a call, and we come through and stop the ruckus for a fee.
She smiles. So you're telling me for a fee, you do what they do for a fee?
Yeah, for a fee, I do what they do, except minus extortion. See, I'm not going to come in here and demand anything from you. It's completely optional. If you don't want the protection, you don't need the protection. But I'm not going to, like, wreck up your place because you don't want to pay me protection.
At this point, I stop looking like I'm flirting with her, and I'm just like, "What's wrong with you, dude?"
You send like the 2 smallest fucking shipmates to go offer security.
Hey, man, I'm the captain.
First off, do you know who exactly is sitting over at that table?
No, but I'm pretty sure we could take him.
Well, they're the Red Scars, and they're fucking huge in size.
Can,
Are you talking,
Can I-
like, physically or in numbers?
Both.
That's
is,
fine, we got a
is
couple
there
back.
is there a clear line to one of these dudes right now, or like the main guy?
I mean, you saw like there was a table about 8 of them, that are all like sitting around a single table.
Okay, I wanna walk over to them, still like hopped up on the fact that this lady in any way, shape, or form was receptive.
Did we even ask how old this lady was?
As
No,
you
doesn't matter.
As you get right before their table, you see a familiar face in the crowd. You rolled a 21, correct, on your perception check when you first walked in?
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, you see a familiar face in the crowd as you're walking through.
Who's this face?
It is the face
Clem?
of the people you're looking, the gentleman you're looking for, going door to door.
Oh, from the.
Starfighter
Like-
Society.
Oh, and they're talking to them.
No, he's just sitting at a table by himself.
Sleeping my ass.
Okay, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna keep walking towards these like gangster dudes,
Mhm.
and then just kind of like look back at the captain and like, and point towards the other guy and keep walking.
He
towards
just
the
looks at you
gangster
because he has no idea who the hell you are. He's just like, what the fuck?
Oh no! I do that towards the captain like. eyes
Yeah,
on
no,
his
yeah,
face.
he doesn't know who you are because you weren't there when
Okay.
they made the conversation. So he's just like, what the fuck? This guy's just making. eye
Should check his
contact with
voicemail. I was trying to give him an inheritance. Whatever.
He goes back to sipping on his drink as you walk up to this table.
I walk up and I just sit down like Riker. I like I don't even like all the way like get over to the chair or anything. I just step over to the chair and then sit in it. Like, so I hear you guys are shaking people down for money.
Oh God.
They instantly any conversation that they were having
They
ceases.
instantly what?
They just, I don't know what you're talking about, little friend. and I suggest you get the fuck out of our table and go back to where you came from.
Listen. I understand you guys have a good thing here. I'm just saying, there's bigger fish out there that you guys could be frying. So what's a couple bars that you can shake down when you can shake down whole planets? I'm talking bioweapons.
What the fuck?
You see one gentleman just chug the rest of his beer, slams on the table. You got 5 minutes before I crack your skull in half.
5 minutes is more than enough, friend.
I'm sure that's what you're gonna say to the bartender later tonight as well.
In a much smaller number. 30 seconds is way more than enough, Martha.
Did you say that out loud, like in game?
Huh? Oh, yeah, well, like, do I say like 5 minutes is more than enough?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He just sort of cracks up and looks over to one of the thinner-looking people. Has pointy ears. You've never seen this race before.
Okay.
He points to him. I sort of like this one already. You better watch yourself. He might take over. Go.
And I just like wink at the guy, and then look back at the main dude. Like, all right, so I don't. You guys keep tapped into all the different like police feeds around this area?
No.
All right. Well, word of the wise, there's a little bit of it's called an infestation going around right now. A little bit of an issue people are having to deal with on different ships. I was at ground zero for this one. No. Don't worry. I have a cure for this. However, we're the only people with the cure for this.
I just want to be arms dealers, not terrorists.
Dealing in
Go
chemical
on.
weapons is arms dealing.
So, I'm trying to square up some stuff for a friend of mine here. I point back at the captain. We're looking to get his brothers. Sound any kind of familiar right now?
We bring aboard all sorts of talents. We don't know who that guy is.
That's fair. He's kind of little note. But
My pride.
so- if we can square these brothers' contract with you guys, send them home with us. The virus as well as the cure is all yours. And let me say, it's a potent virus.
Let me say.
You have it on you?
I mean, it's in my blood as well as the cure.
So how's the cure and the virus both in your blood at the same time?
I was infected. Now I am immune.
Then wouldn't your blood be immune to the disease that's inside of it?
Yeah. Both can be coaxed out of my blood at this point.
He sits back in his chair and what little facial hair that he has strokes it.
Only the finest of Starfinder medical people were able to keep this thing at bay. And believe me, it was close.
So he looks you up and down. You Starfinder?
Not anymore. They thought what we had was too dangerous to keep us around. I thought they seemed too dangerous to keep me around.
Choked on that one.
He looks at you. Bring your friend over here. We want to talk.
All right. Captain.
I'll just give a quick nod and I stand up. I bring my beer with me. That I'm ever so gingerly nursing because I want it very known that Andros does not like beer. He just wanted to look tough. So just kind of take a little bit of a sip and walk on over. Gentlemen?
What do you, what's your name?
They call me Roston Spierson.
What?
Roll bluff check.
See, I just took the names and jumbled them.
Yeah.
I like to think you told them that.
All
He
right.
fucking looks at
those
Ori.
are-
You see what I did there?
That's a 25.
25.
Can I like 911 like emergency dial a thing like a panic button on my little thing? Like I'm just like, yes.
You would have to roll a stealth check to see if you do it without people noticing.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Alright.
Or actually, sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. I forgot that's
Okay.
actually a skill.
Let's see. Not looking so good over here, boys. Let's. Is there anything for sleight of hand that I have?
At the very least, dexterity.
Hold on. No, I have nothing for that. That's an 8.
So you very visibly just sort of tap on your comlink, and as you
Give me
tell him
text
that,
finger, Mom.
as you tell him, say, whoa, who'd you just message?
I'm just trying to get my cohorts to bring the merchandise here to you guys since you do seem interested. Is that okay with you?
No, not at all. Call it off now.
All right.
And you can see everyone visibly put a gun just on the table, but in their hands, just tapping it on the table.
I will do the same.
I,
And
Listen.
place one of mine. And just kind of
I'll
like,
join in on this.
I see your gun and I raise you one gun.
Listen, no need to get weapons involved. I understand. Thought maybe you'd like to take a look at the merchandise. It's up to you.
We're looking at it right now, are we not?
Ooh, baby. Listen, you're gonna have to fight Martha for that one.
So, and I look at Ori. You offered him offered him the sample, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were gonna want to see the stuff, but yeah, no.
We have vials of it. Like it's kind of bloodborne, but at the same time, like we have a couple of vials that we can show you, so you know we're not like talking out of our ass here.
Yeah, we're on the up and up here.
Look, we don't know who you are, and we definitely don't have any brothers with the last name.
Okay, well, we're actually looking for brothers by the last name Sunspire.
It's a whole thing. Listen, it's a real complicated issue back at home with them. Yeah.
See, they
It's like they share a mom but not a dad. You know, he gets real embarrassed about it. I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to.
Dude, you gotta bring everybody in on my business, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Really, just to be square with everybody. Family issues. I want to make sure that they're okay. For the last little bit of family I got,
His dad
I
just
wanna
died.
know. Yeah, Dad just offed himself in front of
Gun
me.
to
Even.
the face.
Just boom.
Jesus.
His entrails became his extrails. It was crazy.
It was nuts. I just want to make sure they're okay. I want to make sure they know what happened to Dad.
Look, this family reunion is very touching and stuff, but look, we're a large group.
So large that you guys weren't monitoring the police feeds.
So large that this is our first time on the planet in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So large that you're still not monitoring the police feeds around you. That seems kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
I don't
Who's
see.
your science guy?
I
Want
don't
we have a
see-
conversation?
I don't see a point in us watching police feeds when we're just here enjoying a few drinks.
What if you manage to get into something a little bit interesting?
But we're just here for a good time until you guys decided to show up and started talking about some very interesting product.
You know what? We're here to have a good time. That is correct. How's about this? We play a quick fun game. My hands, they're here. I'm reaching in my coat, not for a gun. I open
You,
up my
you,
coat a little
you
bit.
instantly see them also just
Put my hands up. I put my hands up immediately.
they all just sort of grab it instead of like tapping it, they're aiming it like picking it up more firmly, and just not aiming at you, but just like picking it up firmly, like just in case type thing.
Oh, no. And I produce a small deck of cards. I just produce a deck of cards.
You're like, that's what a guy reaching for a gun would say.
I mean, that seems a little sus. I'm sorry. But I open up the cards and I start shuffling. How's about we just hang out, we chat, play some cards for the funsies, maybe we make it a little more interesting. Maybe we put information about these Sunspire brothers up against, I don't know, the sample that we have that you're kind of interested in.
Roll diplomacy.
I do want to also use my veiled threat,
Okay.
so I can use an intimidation, but if it fails, they're not hostile.
Are you trying to intimidate, or are you trying to make a diplomacy with them? Because that'd be only if you were actually trying to do the intimidate check.
Okay, yeah. Then, let me check here. Yeah, we'll just diplomacy. It's the
Okay.
same skill anyway. Alright, that is a 18 after all the mods and everything.
Okay. He looks around to the 9 other guys sitting down beside you two. Deal them out.
Alright, and I'm just gonna say, I mean, like, we want the fairest odds that we can here, right? So how's about you and one of your guys? I'll deal in you, and we'll deal me and my guy in.
And you see him look around at the rest of the table, and he sort of just nods his head as the rest of the table gets up and moves, and physically picks the captain sitting by himself, picks him up, and moves him to a separate table with like 3 other people, and just migrates to that table.
Okay.
And that is where we'll go ahead and take our break.
Alright.
All right, so we're going to head to take a break. We're going to take 12 minutes, so we'll be back at 30.
Alright.
So, see you guys then. Chat, thank you
safe.
guys so much for hanging out. Appreciate you. We're going to head to take a
Stone, good luck,
12-minute
man.
break
I hope everything's okay.
and
Wait.
go and hang out.
I don't know what's going on.
Stone does have to step away. He had a emergency come up, so he will continue on without a Stone for a little while. I'm not sure if he'll be back tonight, but we'll go ahead and slap on a offline for him. But yeah, thanks very much for hanging out, guys. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, feel free to hit that follow button. And if you have the money or have the opportunity, hit that subscribe button like Jay Robin did. It goes a long way. It goes right back into the stream, so I do appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys back in 10 minutes. Thanks. ahead and kick it back off to the rest of the crew and see where this poker game takes us. Alright, so where we left off, we were dealing some poker.
Nope. And if we want to leave that at a cliffhanger to go deal with the other two, we can definitely do that.
We
Yes.
So, you guys are going to Clark. Is that correct?
I guess so.
Godspeed, gentlemen.
You guys head to the port area where the security head is, and you see a Lashenta gentleman. Not the same kind of Lashenta that Andros looks like. It's a shorter and stockier version. And he just looks up to you guys as you guys walk up to like this little, there's like or guard posts. There's just like a little four wall area with a bunch of windows on each side. What can I do you for?
I nudge Val from the top of Crank. So right, I'm just elbowing him in the head, really.
What's up?
Clark is asking, because you guys have arrived to the port security guy.
Am I supposed to be asking this guy for stuff?
Do we get the 911 text or no?
Not at this point, you have not yet.
We're looking for this man. And I show him a picture of the fucker at the bar.
Okay, do you know who he's a part of?
What?
Do you know what ship he might be a part of?
I know he's with Starfinder.
Oh, Starfinder. What is there? Can I ask on what business?
He has something of ours.
Okay, and can I ask what that may be?
Look, we're not Starfinder. We used to be. Don't agree with their decisions, and they took our little girl. Technically, she's not really our little girl. She's adopted. She was an orphan. Either way, she's little. She was taken from us. We need her back. He took her.
Roll diplomacy with a +2.
I need my big dice.
Get it.
Roll good.
13 plus 2 is 15. Do I have anything for diplomacy? Negative. 15.
15. He looks you two over. I'm awfully sorry, but with Starfinder, I can't be given the location of their ships and their personal staff.
How much do you want?
Excuse me?
This is a bribe. I mean, I got another kind of bribe too. And Crank just clamps his wrench.
Make it reasonable, please.
Roll an intimidation.
I'm not even really being that
No,
intimidating.
not
okay?
you. Not you, Clank, because he was like, or Crank, because he was.
I don't want to
Clapping us.
intimidate guy. I'm trying to be.
Oh, I know.
You want me to put the clamps to him, boss?
Clam
16.
16. He looks around. Look, I could lose my job for this, so we're talking 500.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
This is my job you're asking me to put on the line. This is how I make a living.
All you do is type in something, look up a ship, and then you tell us where it is.
At the
Alright,
cost of possibly my job.
Wait, Val, we forgot to say something.
I mean, yeah, you could lose your job, but who the fuck is gonna tell them that you sent us here? I mean, yeah, you could lose your job if someone snitches. Do we look like snitches? We look like the opposite of snitches.
Snitches get cramped.
I don't think it's.
I heard it somewhere like that.
I've heard that statement. Yeah. That makes
I've heard it both ways.
I roll my eyes. No one can see that though.
Would it help that Sunspire said you would be good to talk to?
Oh, which Sunspire?
Really smart.
All of them. Any of them. Which one do you like?
Andros. Andros is our captain.
Andros Sunspire. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen him since he was a boy. Can you guys do 200?
Can I?
I believe that's all I fucking have. That is all I have, but I'll do it.
200, and I'll tell you where the ship is.
Jesus.
200 it is. And I'll make sure this fucking raccoon doesn't take it back.
Damn it.
He looks very questionable, like, what the fuck? He's like, okay.
What am I supposed to say?
Alright, so go ahead and mark off 200 credits. And he gives you the location of the Starfinder ship.
Damn, I wish I had 2. I only have 25 credits.
Well, you have 25
I only
more
got
than him.
14 now.
He has 11 more.
I have 0 credits. I spent all my money on starting gear.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of money for that.
I had 214 credits. I now don't.
Well, that's what you get for not letting me steal it.
All for a raccoon that I don't even really care for. But
Yeah,
I
so
know
he
it
tells
makes
you.
my crew happy.
He tells you the location of the Starfinder ship.
That's my crew.
The port. It's a relatively large port, obviously, but it's not on the pretty much on the opposite side of where your guys' ship was parked at. But yeah, you have now the location of the Starfinder ship. As you are walking away from the guard, you get a 911 text from
Man, maybe we don't have
I'm
to
gonna-
kill anybody.
I'm gonna call the captain.
So, Captain, as you're dealing out these cards, your comlink begins to go off.
This is actually my crew calling. Probably going to talk about the sample itself. I don't have to get it, but I think it would make things a whole lot smoother if I did.
The guy who you've been talking to the whole time, this time, lifts up the gun fully and sits it on the table, stock down, just aimed at you. Go ahead and answer it.
All right. I answer it. Hey, Val. Just letting you know you're on speakerphone. How are you?
Since I'm on speaker, I'm assuming things aren't going great, but
Okay.
No. Things are totally good, man.
Great. We're just playing some cards out here.
Mhm.
You just playing cards while we're out doing all the hard work? That sounds like
we're
the
working.
captain to
Yep.
me.
Captain's life. Haha.
Captain Sunshine over there.
Hashtag captains.
Yeah.
Aye, so far you haven't really been the dumbest captain yet, so I'm assuming you haven't handled. But I found what we were looking for. Would you like me to go get it, or...
Dude,
Yeah.
me too. Craziest thing, me too. So we found all the guys we were looking for. All the guys we were looking for here with us.
All of them.
Yeah. We're here talking about business opportunities with them right now.
Mm-hmm.
we could really use the money, so...
Yeah.
Maybe, and I look directly at the other captain. Maybe perhaps our crew could be of use to the other crew in, like, running jobs or running other non-threatening things.
Yes.
But maybe we could talk about that captain to captain.
Sunshine, who are these people?
Business associates.
Business
Hey,
associates.
listen,
Mind your
man.
business.
Remember, you guys, Patcher, real quick. Listen, this guy on the phone right now knows nothing about the conversation we've been having here on our end or anything like that. But just real quick here, hey Patcher, how dangerous is the virus that you got infected with before? How many times did you die?
50.
Okay, he's exaggerating at this point, but that's
Sorry,
not that.
that
That's
sucks.
not that far off though.
I
It
died
was
a
at,
lot.
it was at
Over
least
and
4
over.
times.
Captain, are you trying to sell our zombie virus?
That's the one.
That's the one.
And
Zombie
as you say,
virus for
zombie
information.
virus, he says, hang it up now.
Okay, love you, bye.
And Patcher, you recognize that voice.
Val, we should probably get over there. Where did they even say where they were?
Well, if you didn't pick up on it, they said they found everyone, which means that that Starfinder guy is probably there.
But
Which
where
means
are
it's-
they? Well, maybe I can make some kind of jerry-rigged tracking device.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
He said the bar earlier.
Do we
I
have-
just want to point that out.
Oh, he did say the bar? He said the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't pay
Go that.
attention. I'm a raccoon.
Okay, so we know he's at the bar, but I look at if that Starfinder guy is there,
We should kill him.
it might. Well, we need information first. But I was also thinking that Clem is probably on his ship now, where he is not. Means the only thing
Yeah,
really in our
yeah,
way is
but-
possibly a couple guards, maybe not,
But
and with a tiny little Yosoki. So
but
Do you think-
I also heard a voice, and I know that voice, and they are not in good company. I'm telling you, we should probably go there first.
all right. I don't really care for Clem, anyways. Sure, save Captain.
Sometimes you say things. It may hurt me.
Hey, Voltaire is saving Clem to keep his crew morales up. Voltaire actually doesn't give a fuck about this tiny little child.
I like that Clem is the one that stuck for you. It's-
That's not CB, not Clem, just Clem.
Just close.
yeah.
Clem. It
It's
should
better.
be Clem. All right, heading towards the
So-
bar.
We are, yeah. I will fast hoof it.
And as soon as I hung up, I just start dealing cards like nothing's wrong.
Okay.
Patcher, is this one of those we need to do reconnaissance before going in, or am I supposed to kick a door down?
Well, I mean, these guys like to shoot first, ask questions later, kind of. So maybe we shouldn't kick doors in, because then a captain might die, and then I'll be promoted, obviously. But I'd rather be promoted in another way. Like he just
Who
tells
the
me that
fuck?
I'm the captain.
With
and-
Gus being a drunk and you being you, I'm just saying if anyone's gonna be captain next, it's either Ori or me.
It's not me. It's not me. It's
Stone,
kind
actually.
of you.
I know how the ship works.
It's actually Stone.
We fly.
Go faster.
Straight ahead.
Crash into them.
Go drift.
My hand.
Hey, Star Wars, that shit was cool. Just light yeared right through it.
He's just holding on to the front of the ship. Crash into them.
He's the hood
smash.
ornament with the flame dashka out in front of
Yes.
him. Go faster. I'll cut through them.
All right.
Oh,
So similar to how we played poker the last time,
Jesus.
Andros
I did not.
and Ori,
I
go
don't know if
ahead
you
and
guys
roll
remember.
D100s for me.
You guys remember what happened last time when we did this one? I lost real
Yeah,
bad.
stone won everything.
I would like to say that I'm going to try to top-bottom deal, if that makes sense.
He's cheating, huh?
So
He's
I'm gonna
cheating.
I'm gonna try and slide a hand to make sure that we're getting decent rolls here.
Go ahead and roll. First, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand for this.
Oh, right on.
I want no part
Where
of
did
this.
Captain learn these fucking horrible tricks?
Horrible
Yeah,
trick.
he had
His
two older
brother.
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to do a thing for the setting here since we're getting like shady and back dealy. There we go. Just imagine I have a cool cigarette hanging off my mouth right now too.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining a picture of this, and it's like, and Morgan Freeman, at that moment, he realized he fucked up.
I mean, maybe let's see what I get on my sleight of hand here.
I'm trying to give you
Okay,
a smoky effect.
that's a natural 20. So
So
plus all my stuff.
And at that moment, they didn't see.
That's a 26.
26. Let me roll perception checks for them both.
Hey, just real quick. 2 zeros on
That's 100. So counts as if you rolled a 10 on the other dice, it's 100. If it's anything else, it's 1 through 9. So really low.
So if it's 0, 0, and 0, that's a 0.
That's max. Max you can roll.
Yeah.
So what if I rolled 0, 0, and a 3? I rolled a 3.
That's a
That's a
3%.
3.
Okay, that's what I thought. Wanted to
Cool.
make sure.
They did not notice it, so you can go ahead and both of you add a plus 10 to your D100. So you have a 13.
Oh, 13. Fuck yeah.
Look at you. You got like a 2 and a 3.
Dude, that, oh my god. Okay. All right, we'll play it out.
Okay.
Like a royal flush with 4 queens or something.
It's 5 queens.
It's just
Um,
they're all scribbled on.
right.
Hey,
So to the left of you would be the other gentleman you've been having a conversation with,
Mm-hmm.
and he just pass. Next gentleman looks at his cards. I pass as well.
All right.
Is it who's it to now?
It's to you.
To me?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, gentlemen. This is no way to play a game right now. If we all just go ahead and keep where we're at, like, there's no fun in that. I race. I take off my watch.
you're like your computer watch.
No, like a watch.
You're just like here.
How nice
I
is
was-
this watch?
I live in Florida though, so it's like a digital watch. Like we can't read
Florida.
clocks.
It's like Adventure Time watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's probably like worth like 20 credits.
something like that. It's not really anything substantial.
When we're playing with secrets and deadly diseases, what's an extra $20, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's an extra $20 to you. As it is your turn and your partner has raised you.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'll call, and I'll throw the keys to the fortune on the table.
What the fuck?
I don't think that's a call.
I think that's a raise.
I'll raise it. I wasn't sure if because it's one of those things. How much are secrets and deadly things worth? Like,
No, that's fair. That's fair. At this point, I'm just like,
I think you just got his watch.
yeah, yeah. You bought the pie, you sack of shit.
He looks over. He looks up at his cards real quick. Puts them back down. Looks at you. Roll a bluff check for me.
all right.
Is it a bluff though?
At this point, am I bluffing or am I just that good?
I mean, he's bluffing
He
the
doesn't
hand.
know.
Bluff is my.
No, that's all right. Cause like, what else do you do? Like, even if you aren't, like in
Yeah,
poker,
what
you
else
still
do you
bluff,
do?
right? Like, there's
Yeah,
no other thing you're
yeah,
doing in
I've,
poker.
I've got.
What did you roll?
That's a mod 20.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
In chat.
He puts a cred stick on the table.
All right. Do I have any idea how much that cred stick is worth?
Nope.
So, we just putting things on there that we don't.
So
I don't know. Look at
If I
that
was
watch of
there, I'd like
yours,
that's a nice watch,
and that's a
Yeah.
nice cred stick.
and
It's
I
a
put up a
Trolex.
ship. How much is that cred stick worth?
I'll say it's a nice cred stick. I don't know what kind of condition your ship's in.
Oh, pristine, no ghosts at all. I promise.
He
Yeah,
looks
second
really
choice,
weird. Like,
brother.
of all the things you could have said, you said no ghosts. He's like,
Like when he looks at it, kind of weird. Like, wow, you guys really aren't listening to the police feeds.
right.
So, you ready for the next step here?
The guy to his left, he's going to also do a sense motive on you. You have to re-roll your bluff.
Okay.
Will they make it
He
here
puts
by
a
the
gun
time
on
we
the table.
finish?
He puts a gun on the table. You want me to re-roll my bluff though?
Nope.
Oh no. Okay. So I just look at him and I give him just like a real quick wink and I look at the gun. Not you. Come on, man.
No, like he puts a gun as in the pot.
That's his. Yeah.
Oh, in the pot. Okay, I thought you were saying like he put it on the table like.
No, like as in he did, and then he slid it forward to put it into the pot.
Okay. Nice gun.
I also
Goes to the nice
want
watch.
to make a comment. Nate muted his headphones, not his mic.
It's deafened.
Yeah,
We
he's
could
deaf.
definitely hear. We could definitely hear everything that goes on.
Now it's gonna be super awkward, like someone breaks into his house and then we just hear it all happening. We're like, well, this is happening live on Twitch.
That's what happened with your Taco Bell earlier.
Exactly, I got
Couldn't
robbed.
stop.
Yeah, that's what that link is.
So yeah. All right. Next step, because are we playing Hold'em? Like.
Yeah, we're
That's
just
what I
playing
meant.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then here comes the next one.
Yep.
I can never remember the name of the next card, but I know it's 3 next.
Flop in the river.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
it's
here we go.
Ori.
At this point, I'm just like, listen, man, I'm just the science guy. I'm out.
Just lay down.
I don't have a super sweet ship to put up like he does.
All right.
According
looks
to
over
Patrick,
at
he
you.
doesn't either.
He's
So
like,
wait, or you just folded?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn, that hurts me. Okay.
A
Had to-
3%,
put your
bud.
tr- Got a
Yeah,
13.
At this point, though,
3.
Well, we
Yeah,
got a plus 10
yeah.
because of the plus
Yeah,
10 for the
13.
stack.
Oh yeah.
at this point, real quick, now that I'm not in the game, can I just like look at people?
Yeah, you can look around.
You also
Okay.
lost that watch, friend. That watch is gone.
It's okay. It was essentially a Happy Meal toy.
That's
Worth, like,
totally my
one
watch.
credit.
Give it a second. All right. So, what do you guys got? Is it back to me already?
Yep,
Am
it's
I-
up to you, man.
All right. Well, let's see.
Just check at this fucking point.
Just
Yeah,
put
no,
yourself-
I'm-
Just put yourself in the pot.
I'll
What,
check.
I mean, what are you doing? Oh, okay. I thought he was like, no. Where are the keys to the fucking whole ship? Where are they at?
He checks as well, and then the last guy does as well.
All right. Here we go.
And the river.
Here's the river. Blah now. At the river. Do I want to try to sleight of hand this one too?
No, just drop it.
All right, fine. Yeah, we'll just drop it.
That's
Boom.
the card that everyone watches the most. Because they're all trying to see if it sweetens anything for them or blows it.
Okay.
Also, what did you roll?
I don't think he's gonna tell Bruiser.
Go ahead
unless he
and
keeps-
so it was the last one.
Uh-huh.
Are you just checking?
Yeah, I'll check, and I'll check and kind of look at the other captain and wink. Action to you, my guy. I would like... Actually, before I check, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts on the guy.
Okay.
Because the number's got to be fresh in his head, right? Like, his hand has to be, like, fresh in his head.
He's not. Yeah, he's probably thinking only that.
He's just real racist. He's like fucking dirty Lashunta sack of shit. Swear to God, fucking take him out back.
But yeah, so Detect Thoughts. It's
Uh-huh.
a will save, I believe.
Okay. Do you have to? Do you know if it's like somatic or anything like that, where you're visually just gonna be reading this guy's mind?
Oh no, like if let me look that up real quick. But if there is any sort of semantic component,
Uh-huh.
it's the wink.
You can sleight of hand that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but,
go
like,
ahead.
If,
Go ahead and see if it has anything like that for me.
Fucking finger four-headed sack of fuck.
I will
How
have
far
you
away
know.
are me and Patcher at this point? And Stone, I guess. Stone is with us too.
Yeah, you guys are because you guys are on the other side of the port, probably about 15 minutes away from the bar.
Doesn't look like it has any semantic or anything. It's just, it takes a standard action and it's a cone.
Okay.
It's up to 60 feet.
So I can hit both of them with it.
Yep.
Then I want to know what's going on in both of their heads, and it's a will save to beat my my DC, which as of right now I believe is a 15.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to wait 18 seconds. If you remember.
To activate it?
Basically, the first time you know that they're thinking, and the second time you know that they have thoughts, and then the third time is actual service thoughts. So it's just 18 seconds later, basically. As long
Alright.
as they don't make the will save.
Then I would like to cast it and then sit there and like check my cards and look at them again. Like look like I'm thinking real hard.
Go ahead and roll a bluff check.
I'm gonna lose one of these bluffs here in a minute.
As he does it right now.
$16?
Uh-oh.
He instantly puts his cards face down.
He just like sets them down.
Yep, that's all he does.
Okay, sounds good.
Then he just stares right at you the entire time.
Okay, and is there anything from that detect thoughts that comes through?
Get out of my head.
Oh!
Out loud, I'm gonna go, sir, I am offended. I would never. Anyway, action to you.
And he checks with a smile on his face.
Dude, he's an Oculus. What is it? Shit. He's a Legolamens. He read your thoughts.
I'm just saying, a fucking like bar shootout always happens with poker.
Yeah.
Like that's where it always starts. It's like, oh,
That's-
why'd this bar get shot up? Well, they were playing poker.
And that's why we called in the cavalry.
The other gentleman that was sitting next to him, you just hear fuck, 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 fuck. As he's like tapping awkwardly on his cards.
That bitch is lost.
And he checks as well.
Okay. All right. The moment that everyone has been waiting for. Real quick, out of character, how close did you say? Do I have any idea of how close the rest of my crew would be at this point?
After receiving their 911 call, you wouldn't know this, but they're 15 minutes away.
Okay.
Because you just know they got the
Gentlemen.
911 call.
We are hoofing it.
This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. The grand reveal, the big moment of the card game. How am I going to get the information I want? Or are you going to walk away with a sweet old ghost-free ship and some deadly, deadly viruses? That is a good question. Ori, how do you think this is going to play out, my friend?
We're all gonna die!
Flip the cards.
Yeah, I'm with that guy.
Okay, so flip the cards.
Shitty partner.
Sir, you can go first if you'd like.
Rules dictate you go first, sir.
All right, fine. I flip.
Okay.
It's 100. I had rolled a 90 with the plus 10. I got 100.
He got a royal flush.
From the background, I go.
He gets
You
so
are
mad.
100% getting shot.
So mad.
I'll take my watch, sir.
Oh no. Wait, let's see what they have.
99.
Oh.
They had a 4 of a kind somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like Cap's like, Ori, that's my watch.
And then the guy just had a 64.
Okay, all right. So, tough luck. The cards fall the way the cards fall. So now let's do some business. As I reach over and I pick up Ori's watch and put it on.
Oh gosh.
Also, what kind of gun did I get?
Hold
'Cause
on
that-
one second.
That's definitely like up and like going in my jacket as I take off Ori's watch and hand it back to him with a little bit of a giggle.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm not gonna steal your shit. That's not okay.
Thank
I
you.
would. I would have put it in my mouth.
100%. If Patcher won that game, you would have not got that watch back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking up right now.
What
Oh,
would
no,
have
you're
happened
fine.
if you had like 110?
There's just an extra
Right?
ace out there. Oh, I must have missed you.
5 aces.
Yeah, it would have been so good.
5 aces, and then I would have had to like backtrack and been like, whoa, no, I had 2 decks. Like I shuffled 2 together. You didn't.
It would have been rough if you would have made it over 100. I will say that.
No, dude, you gave like I rolled a 90, and then you were like, and add 10, and I was like, game.
I was so mad because I rolled a 90 and I was like, let's fucking go. Plus 10, that seems fair.
Yeah.
If I were you, I would have been like, you know what, motherfucker? You can have the ship holding that ship. Fuck you. I dare you to beat me.
I should have asked him to put up one of his ships, and then we could have had a fleet.
Yeah, all we got was a cred stick.
Hey, and
We don't know how much is on there.
That probably has $0 on it.
right, that would have been my play.
Yeah.
Then he's getting shot.
Oh no, then he double crossed me. That fuck.
Like he
He's
just puts
already
it on a
probably gonna
debit card.
die anyways.
Yeah, no, then he would have crossed me, and I would have been like, nah, and cast hold person, because I totally know that. I don't.
You're not a mystic. You don't know.
Nah.
It's a, I'm sorry.
Put the name in the chat so I can Google it.
I will. I'm just looking at something that's not too broken.
Well, come on, man.
Well, he can't use it if it's above level
Level 4, right?
3. Level 3.
Is it 1 plus your guys' level?
It's 1 plus your level.
Is there really no level 3 weapons? Hello.
There are, but they're meh.
Well, I
Even
mean,
if it's something I can't use yet. I'm down. Like I'll RPG the shit out of that. I'll hold on to it.
it's a Sonic Pistol Thunderstrike.
Pretty good.
It's critical. It deafens the person, and it does 1d8 Sonic damage. But you cannot use it until level 3.
So it's a level 4 weapon.
It's a level 4 weapon.
All right, sounds good.
Just like our ship.
It also costs 2,300 credits.
Ah, your boy just made money. Yeah,
Do you look at the cred stick?
yes. Like obviously, while I'm
5.5 thousand credits. It was a nice cred stick.
money.
What if I give you this watch for creds?
You know what, Ori?
There are many cred sticks in the world, but just this one watch.
You know what, Ori? Yeah,
It's
you know
from
what?
Florida.
This is. I'm gonna take the cred stick and I'm gonna kind of like leaning away from it. I'm gonna kind of hold it over my shoulder. This is that 5% you wanted.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Captain. And I put it away just with the clear idea between the two of us that this is 100% going back to him, but we're showing off like it
Yeah.
means nothing to him.
This is that 5%. There you go.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I straightened my watch.
Anyway, I believe you have more to put on the table at this point. I would like to know about my brothers. Thank you.
Well, we don't know about them, but we know someone who does.
Oh. So you hustled me.
No, we never said that we knew anything about them. That's why we said our organization's so big.
you put up.
But we know
put up a
someone.
bet that you don't have.
We know someone who does know, and we can get you an audience with that person.
Can you get them here?
They're already here. They're in the restroom.
Okay, well then get them out. Go pick them up. I don't care if they're dumping. I don't care if they're in the middle of the pee. I'll look at a wiener.
Captain, listen. We're all having a good time here. We are brand new business partners. Let them take their time making their
Oh,
cheesy.
she's on her way now.
Excellent. I will be happy to speak with her.
As you see this, woman walk up. Surprisingly, quite good looking. She's not wearing like super like tight fitting clothes or super baggy clothes. She just looks like she's wearing clothes that she knows fit her well. And when she walks over, the guy who's standing instantly just stands up and pulls her chair out. Like,
Does she look like she likes cartoons?
no, not in the slightest.
I'm not interested.
I'm gonna kind of motion to Ori, and I'm gonna stand up out of like respect as she comes to the table.
And you notice that the entire crew stands up. Even the people at the other table stand up as she passes, and then sits back down as she sits down. She's definitely a big deal.
I realize that I should stand up when they're already sitting down, so I will
She reaches out a hand, almost like royalty, as if you were to kiss her hand.
Oh, I just take it and shake it.
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Well, I had given a pseudonym to your guys here, Andros Sunspire, captain of the Romero and Bismarck's Fortune.
Sunspire.
Yep. I can assume that you know why I'm here. I'm looking for my brothers. I have actually very bad news to share with them regarding our father. That's all I want.
I can transfer the message, but they're occupied at the moment.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're just doing work.
So they work for you.
Yes, they owe quite a debt.
How much is that debt?
Together or separate?
Together.
Together, what are we looking at?
1.5 million credits.
1.5 million credits. Wow, that's a Tuesday. Okay. All right.
Wait, that's not a Tuesday.
Ori.
That's like 5 Tuesdays.
Oh, excuse me, where are my manners? My name is Rita Blackstar. Nice to meet you.
Miss Blackstar. Great to meet you. So this is more of something that I would want to talk to my brothers about face to face. Is there any way that I could meet with them? Is there any way that we could arrange some sort of audience? Just really, the news would probably come better from family than from someone else.
I can have a video call transfer. They're not currently on the... Fred, push talk is an important thing. I can give a video call. They're not currently on this planet.
But we will see them.
Yeah, you'll see them.
Live?
I said they're working.
Yeah, I mean, the feed will be live. It's
Oh,
not like
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
gonna send me some video.
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm just making sure. I've been burned before.
Been bamboozled.
Yes, Mirage.
All right. Wait, I think I have minor illusion.
Jesus.
At this point, I want to start talking to the lady. I guess hi, Dougal Riordan. Pleasure. We've been talking to these guys here about another possible opportunity.
Is that so? She gives a very stern, upset look to both the gentlemen sitting at the table, as if someone was making business on her behalf.
Don't worry, they didn't do anything without your approval. They were simply sussing out the possibility of something and whether this would be something suitable to you.
In one fluid motion, you see here, go to scratch her neck right here, pull a dagger, and flip it and stab the guy you were talking to the most in the leg, flip it out and put it back. And he accepts it and just begins to walk out of the bar.
Ooh, you're on a tight ship.
When you have a crew of 400, you do. You have to.
It makes sense. I just kind of want to talk shop here and kind of geek about it for a second. Is that all on one ship? That's amazing. Holy crap.
Sorry, I don't share business.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was incredibly rude. But wow, that's so many. I have the dream of running an armada, like a fleet one day. That'd be really cool. Anyway, back to business. Yeah, a live feed with my brothers would be perfect.
She sort of just snaps and waves over one of the other people, and they pull up a comm link. And sort of just take that comm and throw a little disc in the middle of the table, where a large screen pops up, and it is your two brothers. They're not horrible off. They're worse for wear. First thing you notice, both their antennas have been clipped. As that does give the powers to read minds. And so that's the first thing you notice right off the bat. But they both look hardened. That you would expect this kind of captain to have on effect on a crew.
Wow.
Our fellow crewmates, did they make it to the bar yet?
Yeah, how far am I?
You guys, go ahead and roll a Constitution check for me.
Also, was the guy who got all cut up right now? Was that the guy that he recognized?
The guy that Patcher recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. The one who went to leave the bar right now.
correct.
18.
18.
Is that a saving throw?
No, just a D20 plus your Constitution modifier.
8.
Solid.
Yeah, bulky armor.
Yeah. So you're
I
plus
am riding a robot, I guess that makes.
go. Yeah. Just. You guys are about 3 minutes away from the bar at this point.
Far away.
Whoa. So yeah, you see her. You see both of them sort of look really confused at you. Andros?
Yeah. Abotu, Merrick, we have news, man. Not good news. I'm sorry. First off, before we get there, you guys okay?
And a brief moment of silence as they both say yes.
All right. And I kind of look around the screen at the captain. I go, Captain Blackstar, is it okay if I have just... I'm not saying complete privacy, just bear with them if they... Like, it's gonna be emotional. That's all I'm saying. Like, just kind of understand that.
Move on.
All right, and then I lean back and I go, so, first off, sorry I just kind of disappeared there for however many years it was. I'm sorry that everything kind of went to shit. I hope you guys are actually okay and you're not just saying that because you are scared or whatever. But Dad died.
Roll a perception check. I'll give you a +3 bonus.
21.
21. This news should crush both of your brothers. One seems minorly affected at best. The other one's just stone cold, doesn't really, right? Like, well, thanks for telling us.
Yeah.
And he, Aboto looks over at your other brother and then looks back to the camera. Whatever deal you're about to make, don't do it. And then the feed cuts.
All right. So then, just as soon as it cuts, I'm back to my Andros swagger. So, how's about you finish paying on the debt that your, I guess, is he your first mate? I don't know who he is on your crew there, but he owes me a little bit more information there.
Is that true? She watches him limp out the door.
Mm-hmm. We played a hand of cards here for information about my brothers and their whereabouts. Those were our terms, and he lost the hand. So he made good through you on half of that, and I'm hoping that you can honor the rest of that for him. Otherwise, and I'm sure you can understand this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take it out of flesh on him for showing up to a table without the proper bet.
No, don't worry. I'll handle that myself. And she sort of nods towards the person that was also playing, and have her go outside. And you see the guy that sends
look
out.
at her, we're not gonna see that guy again, are we?
You see the guy instantly his demeanor went from stern to no, as he's sent outside. A few moments later, you do hear the sound of a single blaster pistol going off. So the
Probably heard that too.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did hear a single blaster shot go off, with it being like 9:15 at night. There's not a whole lot of crowds on the street. So, as my former assistant blabbed about.
Her ex-assistant.
Yep. The location of your brother's. Wow, he is absolutely stupid. Hold on, we're pulling up the name of the planet right now. It's gonna be Akaton.
All right. Excellent. That's what I needed to know. Our business is concluded. I appreciate you. Thank you for your kindness and just your overall understanding of the situation. I'm very sorry for any of the hassle that we may have caused, but best of luck in your endeavors, and may space always be in your favor.
Before you go, I will say, your inquiry about these men have just put you on a very fine list that most people don't want to find themselves on.
Oh no, that's fine. It's not necessarily that I want to do anything about that list. I just my family is shrinking quickly, so just to know that they're out there and have a tangible location for where they are actually does a whole lot of good for me and my grief-stricken mother over the past few. Having that news is good news. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just want to make sure that you're fully aware of any consequences that may occur if you just decide to do something as foolish as go to said planet and try to do anything about relieving some debt that is owed.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. Like I said, it's strictly just I'm worried. It's the whole worried brother, worried mother routine. Like, dad died. We want to know where everybody's at. Want to make sure everybody's more or less okay. Yeah. Anyway, other business deal for you. Perhaps
At this point, Patcher and Val, you have reached the bar, and you see a single gentleman putting a blaster away and beginning to pick up the legs of a familiar face to you, Patcher.
God. Hey
Well,
Val.
it's not the cap.
Hey Val. We need to get in there. There's the slavers. We need to stop them. They're bad people. Let's kill them all. Guns a-blazing, let's go! And I just have Crank go and kick the door in.
Do I recognize the sound of Crank?
You do, as you see a robot's foot goes through the front door and steps into the bar.
I want to like take a look back. Can I do any kind of like a sense motive kind of thing here?
On
In like half a second.
On who?
on what?
Really, who
Just-
you, the robot, all the above?
Go ahead and roll a sense motive, real quick with a -2.
That's a 9.
A 9? I mean, it seems like they're responding to your 911.
Okay, I look back there and just like, hey guys, it's totally okay. And then I assume they just like run past us and go to like murder before I even finish the sentence.
No, as soon as I see Rita, we stop and go, what are you doing here? Get off this planet! And I aim my gun at her.
I want to hop up in between, like, whoa, like standing between everybody.
She
No, you don't understand.
she sort of
No,
just
bitch.
continues to sit there and just look. Well.
She took everything from me. I need to take everything from her.
Let's,
Get out of the way, Captain.
let's just calm down here.
No.
I would say let's take this a step at a time. She's been very hospitable and has told me a lot about my brothers and where they're at. Patch, how about
Do
you,
you
you
even
tell me
know
what's
what
going
her
on?
job is?
Patcher,
Do you
Patcher,
even know?
what was everything? Real quick, 2 words.
Patcher,
She's a
that's what they
slave.
that's what they call you now?
She's a slaver. She runs a ship of slavers. And yes, my name is Patcher, and you are an evil woman.
Evil's all perception, my friend. I figured
So-
you by now you would learn that.
Where's Patch? Where's
I
Val?
got a gun. It's not so much trained on her, but it's kind of like it is up, and all it would take is a quick flick to be right on her head. But I'm kind of like accessing the situation. I'm either right next or right behind Patcher, and I'm just kind of like,
It's a kill
like,
He's got the gun sideways. It's the kill shot.
like I'm kind of like looking at Captain, kind of looking at target, like just kind of like scanning back and forth, just kind of reading like,
These
I'm-
people
I'm-
do not deserve any niceness. We should just end it.
You
End
know
it
what?
all.
You know,
That's fair.
to be
And
fair,
I
I
wanna-
didn't steal you. I was given you.
Shut up. You
Oh,
don't know
so
what you're
you-
saying.
You
That's
accept
no worries.
payment in people.
No, I take money. I give money for people.
For people. Excellent. So hold that thought, and I kind of turn. I have my body like kind of sideways between everybody. I'm doing one of these, like looking back and forth between everybody. So I go, hold that thought to Rita. Patch. Tell me what's going on here. Like-
She's a slaver.
Okay,
She
But,
needs
like-
to die.
but like,
There-
what happened with her? Why is she anywhere near your life?
Let's see. She bought me from my parents when I was very young, and then she blew up my other family. Does that count?
Yeah, no, that definitely counts.
Josh, how many other people are like on her side, like pointing guns at us or? Like,
Currently, no one is pointing
At
any
least-
guns at anyone from her side.
I'm the only
She-
one pointing a gun at.
She has at
They're
least
all-
9 people
They're
with her.
all
though.
aware of the situation, but they're also all aware of the power that she has.
I don't like it
As
when you say the power that she.
well, like as
She-
a
she read
captain,
the secret.
as a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just believes in positive thinking.
Yep, positive thinking. That you can just order one of your other people to go and kill someone without saying a thing.
You be nice to Thumbs, man.
I picked her up and placed her on the ground. She's fine.
I just want you to know, if my cat was on this table, it would have been.
You love and cherish your cats.
I want them to die.
That's upsetting.
Wow.
Sometimes you say things that hurt me.
Maybe that's why they run away from you all the time.
Good. Fuck those things. Get away from me. Listen on my fucking clothes, you piece of shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she looks at, and to be fair, your other family.
Don't you say a goddamn word.
We're just pirates like the rest of us.
Shut up. You took them away from me. And I'm gonna take away your family. Starting with you.
That'd be a very nice little trick.
I want to just like get closer to Patrick. Like, listen, man, I don't think that we could do anything to hurt her right now. None of us is fast enough for this, like by any stretch of the imagination.
Do I hear this?
This is a slow play, man.
I don't think there's a slow play with her, man.
I don't think there's a fast play.
Yeah, there is. Just shoot her right now.
That's
I'm
not-
just saying.
As all of this is going on, I go, "Hey Val, do your thing," and I drop to the floor.
Fuck, same.
Fire. Fire. I'm aiming for head.
Roll to attack.
Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
I don't mean to cut this off because I would love to play. There's work tomorrow.
Yeah,
We should
I
probably
figured-
go
I figured-
cliffhanger.
that's where I thought that was. That's where I thought this should end
We
anyway.
should probably go
That's
cliffhanger.
that's a good point. As we're going to be rolling initiative.
Oh man.
So I'm aiming for headshot though. Also, side note, this is a headshot and back up. Like this is not a brawl. This is a fucking shoot and run.
I hope we don't shoot Martha by accident.
No, Martha's dead, dude. She's gone.
Dude, you guys were making deals with freaking slavers the whole time.
Hey, and I won that shit.
Yeah.
I want you to know,
With
as
Rita-
Voltaire, he did not plan to shoot at all. And as soon as the cop was like, fire, he's like, oh shit!
I was about to whip out a pistol and just take a shot at somebody.
Yeah. So
I was just like, fuck it. You know what? Why not?
I'm the only one that wasn't gonna shoot
The murder hobo was the only one with the brain this time, goes.
no. So this one was very much so like, oh, dude, you hurt my patch. Like you hurt Patcher, you bitch.
Yeah.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, like, Voltaire's also like, we'll come back for you. I'll kill you in your sleep. But you're like, fucker, kill her now! I was like, shit, okay.
You're
I
there
was just-
and ready. Like
I was just gonna sneak onto the ship and fucking cut her. But alright.
Whew.
we have a guy, and he'll cut you right in your face.
That was a spicy meatball, dude.
Mm-hmm. Patch, I'm so sorry that's where you come from.
We gotta have a conversation about where you put the blame for that one, though. I think that might be your parents.
Thank you.
Maybe a little bit more.
She still takes children and clearly fucks them up. Patcher is not normal. Alright, he's
no,
fucked in the head.
okay.
So clearly she fucked him up somehow.
And
I can
they
agree with
cut-
that one.
They cut Andros' brother's antenna.
Yeah, they did.
That's messed up.
Nah, man.
They're gonna
At the
need
end
some
of the-
extensions.
At
They
the end
can't
of,
be
at the
natural.
end of the day, you don't want your slaves to be able to read your mind.
At the end of the day, fuck you and your mutilation ass bullshit.
I mean, you know,
Like, clamp them. Put some fucking lead clamps on them. Alright, you don't have to cut them off.
Okay, so
They might grow back. We don't know.
Do they
I'm
grow
gonna
back?
say, when we get done with this fight, if we survive, there's a big if on this one.
I would have to agree that there is a very large. So I've never had to worry about a session TPKing until this very moment.
Yeah. So if we survive, I would really rather leave her like gasping on the ground. That way Patcher can get his revenge, and that way I can say some shit about
Cap.
before we kill her.
This is gonna have to be the most efficient kill and run you have ever fucking seen. There's
Dude,
no time. There will be no time to loot bodies. There will be no time to assess situation. We kill, we run, we leave the planet.
we can't leave the planet yet. We're still waiting for Kleinberry.
We'll never see her again.
Alright. We kill, we run. Y'all leave the planet. Leave me, maybe Stone, maybe Patch, and we'll fucking kill and steal their ship with Clem or something.
Ooh.
We have to leave.
Hey Patch, if we can get her ship, you can have this ship.
We're not getting her ship, that's for
No,
sure.
no. We're not taking her ship. We're taking
no.
the fucking Starfinder cuntbag ship.
The one that has Kleinberry on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But like I'm saying, like if we win this fight, maybe we just grab some
Okay.
keys.
Here's the
and-
deal.
and-
Here's the
yeah.
deal. I'm good. I'm not 400 army good.
400 people on it.
We got this. We're just gonna need everyone.
They don't
I'm really good at bluffing people out,
They,
man.
they
like,
don't have like a keep what you kill kind of thing.
And this isn't. I mean, they might, but
They don't.
I'm also I'm also saying like you can't bluff your way to hey drink the Kool-Aid. Like we can't do that.
Oh,
No. I mean, we can roll in there and I can be like, hey, I won all of you in a poker game. So.
And they're gonna be like bullshit. All right, our fucking person who has a 400 power army isn't gonna bet us in a fucking poker hand.
I mean,
And not only that, if she did, she would shoot you after she lost.
yeah, I shot her when she tried to shoot me. So
oh,
sorry, you work for me now. Back to the stations,
Godspeed.
everybody.
Godspeed
Am I also
is what
feeling-
you guys will need.
Am I also killing everyone at this bar that's witness? Because they'll be like, no, this fucker just shot her. I mean,
Actually,
That bar does have 25 people in it.
We might be able to play some sort of bounty hunter role off of this. They're obviously probably wanted.
Dead or alive.
I'm the dough. The big bad dough.
He's a scary person. I don't. I'm just putting it out there.
Bounty hunter. All right, I'm about it. Good session tonight, everybody.
I was just saying, this arc that you guys just stumbled upon into. Whew.
I'm scared.
Some Andros backstory. We get some emotional Patcher backstory and moments. I'm loving it.
All right, so like we do every week, Mr. Andros, aka Ian, where can we find you when you're not going around interrogating leaders of armies?
So, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/mod20gaming. We're streaming a bunch of different stuff kind of throughout the week right now. Our schedule's going to tighten up at some point, but right now it's kind of laissez-faire on when we're streaming. So just make sure you drop us a follow so you know when we go live. Also, you can catch us on Fridays. It's going to be me, Steven over there, Ori. Jay Bruce is going to be on soon. Catch us on Friday at 7:30 Arizona time. And we're playing Dungeons and Dragons over there. So make sure you come on through because it's about to get so good. It's not even funny. Also, check out my sister, twitch.tv/10speed. She's over there right now playing some League of Legends, it looks like. So go check her out.
My
So
breath.
now you know what Bruce is doing afterwards.
Maybe.
I may or may not be there too. You can't prove anything.
And Dougal Orion, aka the Peppermint Gentleman, aka Stephen, aka
That's me.
Artist DJ Bruce.
That's me.
How can they help out the
You
channel?
can find me. You can help out the channel by clicking that button right up there. For the low price of $4.99, you can help make Jay Bruce's dreams come true. And listen, Josh Brewer, Jay Bruce, he's got the dreams. He'd really appreciate your support. $4.99 is sometimes a little bit of an ask for people, but luckily, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link that with your Twitch account, and they become Twitch Prime, which means that you get a free $4.99 to give to people every single month. Doesn't have to go to Jay Bruce, it can go to somebody else, but Jay Bruce deserves it. Take it from me. So please, help support, maybe toss some bits, whatever things you can do to help, or just be here and spread the good word. Thank you, and good night.
And where can we find you? Because you said you were going to find you somewhere. Where can we find you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can find the things that I make over at peppermintgentleman.com. I'm trying to find some jobs, doing some things and stuff. You can support me. Thank you.
Yes. And Valitaire, Senior Valitaire, aka JJ, where can they find you? Because I see that you have a thing.
I got a YouTube, but I posted on shit a long time ago, and
Ooh.
I've decided I'm gonna post more. It is not gonna be a usual thing. Like if I do it in 1 week and next week, don't expect it to be a weekly thing. That's not gonna fucking happen. But I'm gonna post more shit.
Awesome. And speaking of YouTube, Patcher and/or Crank, aka the Arcade Cowboy, aka Drew, where can they find past episodes?
Well, if you want to catch up on past episodes, you can always go to youtube.com/jbrews and watch everything all the way up to the most current one, which comes in on Fridays.
Brah.
Be there to learn all about the whole crew, all the time.
All the sappy love stories.
All the Sappy Love stories.
And Space Twitch.
Space Twitch.
And the origin of Climeberry.
Oh, Clydeberry. The NPC I didn't expect to make such an impact in these players' lives.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
It was so random, but I love that you guys took it and made it your own.
We love her. And you back up.
Let's speak for yourself here.
It's
I will,
lowercase we.
I will suplex anyone who tries to hurt that girl.
I would love to see you try to suplex
Hey,
off.
you ever heard those stories of like moms that lift cars off their kids and shit?
Are you a mom now?
Yeah. He's Mama Andros.
Dude, you'd be
Mama
so
bear.
lucky.
You'd be so lucky.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do sincerely appreciate you. I will stay around afterwards. I'll go ahead and tell you guys experience points and all that shenanigans that you guys will get for tonight's session. Yeah. rest of you guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Do sincerely appreciate you. And
Now we can't hear him.
yes, you can. From everyone from the cast of Star Adventures, I do want to say thank you all for hanging out. And I hope to see you guys next week. Next Thursday, same time, same place. Maybe. Actually, maybe not the same time. We'll figure it out. But see you guys next week. Enjoy, guys.
I love you.
Bye.